Oh, did you pull a mat? Oh, there it is.
Pulled me.
What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Sean the Right Way, joined as always by my longtime tag team partner, Brent from Brent's Bricks, and my good pal and personal friend, Max from West Coast Bricks. And tonight, we have a very, very special guest. BFAB, aka Brother from Another Brick, has joined us because tonight we are... Now, BFAB is where we let it ride out a little bit. You know what I mean? Dramatic pause. We have a little conversation, but we get back to it in just a second here.
You got to let it ride out when you get a guest like BFAB.
We're big fans of our own theme song. What can I say? You know? So.
Very catchy.
It's stuck in my head regularly.
A Couple of Brickheads.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Forgot.
You know what I mean? I was out last week, guys. I was at Legoland. I was excited to get bounced. Go.
Hey, but that live look-in was sick, though.
It was a good time. You know what I mean? So.
That's dedication. Still doing the podcast while you're on vacation.
Shout out to the Girth Gang, everybody joining in. BFAB sent a link out. Should have some more folks coming in here in a little bit. And off we go. All right, guys, it is a Couple of Brickheads for March 31st here in Pacific Standard Time. But it is, guys, April 1st on the East Coast. And there's a pretty banger of a release going on tonight, guys. I wanted to kind of get a live look and see what the inventory status is on on this DeLorean. But before we do that, real quick, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Cali Brick Click. It's another Lego podcast, friends of the show. We've already had Claire and Shy on. Special announcement while I'm doing this: Ninja with the Bricks. It's going to be coming on in 2 weeks. I think he's going to be a lot of fun as well. But shout out to them. They gave us a really cool shout out in the little intro deal they do and recommended people check us out. So sincere appreciation, man. We love it, and anything we can do for you, let us know. I mean, it was just it was really cool to see. I was just tuning in to see the video, and I'm like, oh shit! And I sent it to the guys, all excited. So thank you so much for that. Brent, you want to get into our giveaway real quick before we get rolling?
Yeah, guys. So if you watch the podcast or if you watch my channel, I'm not doing a giveaway right now, but you know who is? We are on this channel. So I know it's a Shake Shack gift card. It's kind of weird, like we're a Lego podcast, but how can you be fueled to build if you do not eat, you know? So, and who doesn't like a good cheeseburger? So $50 Shake Shack gift card. We have a video on
great
our channel.
Cheeseburger.
Absolutely. The link will be down in the description for that video. All you have to do is watch the video, like the video, comment down below, giveaway, and boom, you're entered to win. And it will end when we hit 300 subs. And we're at like 230 something. So get in while you can.
Closer and closer.
Yeah, get in.
We're getting that. Do you remember those days, BFAB, when you were just climbing through that first 100, man? That's where we're at right now. We want
When I was begging people to sub to me, threatening their lives, you know? Yeah, I remember those days.
So definitely on that note, as BFAB said, we're not going to threaten you. I actually put please on there, Brent. Like and subscribe to us, please.
Please.
You know, not in a begging way, but I'm being polite about it because, quite frankly, we're a little uncomfortable with the whole, even though it's a key part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like it, subscribe to us, please. You know, we're bringing some fire guests, I think. BFAB's on the show. Very excited about that. Please check our archives if you're a first timer here. I think you're going to see some familiar names, maybe some names you're not familiar with. You can get to learn more about them and their channels. Definitely worth a watch. I mean, we started this because this was something we were kind of all looking for out there in the community, and a couple of people are doing it really well. We figured, hey, we'll throw our hat in the ring. Let's see, and then of course, you know, I'd be remiss if we didn't, you know. Welcome the you know, the crew to the show. You know, I'm a little rusty, guys.
Just wait for it. 1 week off.
Girth Gang.
I know, 1 week out of the chair.
Max was messing it up all last week.
Filling up the chat. What up, Girth Gang? Now, BFAB, I don't know if you know this, but to us, a girthy set is a set with 1,000 pieces or more, and that's what we refer to our viewers as, the Girth Gang.
Oh, I thought we were talking about something completely different. I'm like,
goes
speak
with
for
it.
yourselves, okay?
Oh man.
Smith Gang, thank you so much for coming by once again.
Flipping Flip, Shy
And,
Time, T-Mug 217, Quick Take Gaming. Hey, West Coast Bricks, who's that guy? Ross Ferguson, what's
Who
up?
is he?
Awesome. All right, guys. So as mentioned at the top of the show, April 1st is live now, fellas. And, we've been
Yes, it is.
chit-chatting here for 7 minutes. Is the DeLorean still in stock? Let's I'm sure it is, but let's find out. I mean, I have been wrong before, but let's get a live look
It's
on this.
back ordered already.
No, it's not.
Kidding me?
Just kidding.
Oh, dude.
Just kidding. It's out of stock, actually.
It is April Fool's Day, so
Oh, it
What's that?
is. Oh man, I was gonna do an
for you
April.
at least.
I was gonna do an April Fool's video on my channel, but
All right. So
Totally-
before
totally forgot.
everybody whines about dirty, no good scalpers out there, if you were doing your thing and you were in school on time, you'd be seeing that the time machine, the DeLorean, is in fact in stock. Before we went on the air, let me get Brent back in picture there.
Hey.
Before we went on air, we were just chit-chatting real quick. Guys, what are your predictions on this one in terms of a sellout? Will it happen before we collectively wake up in the morning? Are we talking like a midday thing? A lot of heat on this one. Max, your thoughts, or is this going to be a hard one to get on launch if you wait
I
too
think
long?
it's going to be a tomorrow morning type of thing. 'Cause same with the AT-AT and all the other big sets. It's usually the next day it sells out. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
AT-AT. Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say real quick that the AT-AT, I wasn't because that price point was something, but this is
Yeah.
right.
anything sub 200. I think if you want one, you should probably grab it because a lot more people have $200 than the 900 or whatever for that, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's a good tomorrow thing.
Brent, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm in the kind of the same camp. I think if we, I don't think it's gonna be like a within. I think the last set that sold out in like less than a couple hours was R2D2. Last big set. There could be some other smaller ones like the Lamborghini Countach or things like that. But in terms of a big set that people were getting hyped for, I definitely think it's at the very least going to be on back order by like the afternoon tomorrow, or it might sell out. I mean, there's a lot of people that want this. I want it. I'm saving up for vacations and buying houses and things right now. So it's not something I'm jumping on right now, but I
Right.
definitely want it. I like it a lot. So
And if you're into Easter,
Yeah.
there's some good, decent, I'll say, GWPs with
get
it.
yourself
You
an
know,
Easter bunny.
get yourself a little bunny something. BFAB, your thoughts, man, on this launch, or when are we going to see a sellout? Do you think stores will be selling out of this tomorrow too? Just to add on,
I think for stores, it's very unpredictable. It's all based on their size and area and whatever.
inventory. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this set will be on back order by midday tomorrow. So I'm kind of with Brett on this one.
Okay. I'm just going to be the weirdo here since everybody already said that. I think when I wake up, which is Pacific time, so, well, I have a 10-month-old, so I'm going to say by 9 or 10 a.m., not quite noon, 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern, it'll be gone. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
I
going to
like
happen in the middle. I'd love it to happen during the show, though, because that all but guarantees I got to get my ass up and head to the store early tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I like this thing a lot, honestly. I mean, if I had the money for it and I wasn't saving for things, I would either order it now or go to the store tomorrow. And especially seeing a couple of the reviews. I think Brickwiz had a review out. It looks really good, man. I have no complaints.
I love it. I gave it a little grief on the side, but I take it all back. I think it's pretty fire. It's a great little set. Yeah, no,
the doors are good.
It's cool. Our resident flipper here, BFAB, Flipping Flip. How could you tell by the name, right? He's our resident Lego investor. Limit 3 means more supply, so good to know. That's a good point. If they're allowing 3, that means they do probably have a little more quantity on hand. Guys, they had to know that this was going to be a hot one, right? They had to know.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll, if we can remember, because I think things are going to get spicy and fun here with BFAB in just a few, but if we can remember to dive back in, I'd like to just check status. It'd be crazy if something happened while we were live on air. That's one of the benefits of a live show, right? So, but yeah, introducing BFAB again. Thanks so much for coming to the show. We talk about general topics and then whatever comes to mind. But before we do that, we like to get to know our guests a little better, just in case someone's been under a rock, for example, and isn't familiar with your work. BFAB, how did you get started with this whole thing? Did you collect as a kid and then never stopped? Kind of, and how did YouTube come into play? Just kind of starting generally, like what led to your sort of your presence on YouTube here?
So I've been collecting since 2005. I didn't really get into collecting like fully until 2008. I started YouTube in 2014 when I found 3 Mr. Golds, right? And back in the day, everyone was claiming they were finding Mr. Golds, and somebody would be like, I found 50, and obviously that didn't make sense. So when I went around and I was commenting on all the YouTubers' pages, hey, I found 3 Mr. Golds, everyone's like, yeah, you're a liar. And I'm like, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me prove it to you. So I made my first video, and that's how I kind of started my whole YouTube journey. And then ever since that, I've just been posting whenever I feel like it, basic content. So yeah, story of my life.
Yeah, I think, and I've said this to Rich Boy J also, like, you know, like if you were like some of these other guys that have the time to post like often, like the amount of subscribers you would have, like you'd be up there with the like big dogs, so to speak, you know. So it's like not everybody has that luxury to like post all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not sneak dissing anybody by any means, but you know, some of the channels that have so many subs, it's like
Frequency. Yeah.
it's like their stuff's okay, but they have the time to post like twice a day and things like
A lot
that.
of copycat stuff too, to be fair. And I think, you know, BFAB likes to be original, and he likes to post when he wants
Fair.
to. You know?
I mean,
and if he gets
yeah.
subs as a result, BFAB, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's kind of how I feel your vibe is, right? You're not following everybody, you're not covering the news and all that, so you just kind of chip in when you feel like it, right?
I mean, for me, I do cover some news topic, but I want to make good news videos. Like if you want informative news videos, go to Just Too Good, Ash and Flash. I still think they do good quality videos. I think for me, like if I cover news, it's going to take 2 to 3 days to make the video, and I'm going to have more fun with it. My whole style of news, I've always liked to like poke fun at people or make jokes here and there or like rant. Like that's kind of my style of like news videos when I do cover news. But this day and age, I just post whenever I feel like it. If I'm not happy with the video, I just won't post it. And if I don't feel like posting, I just won't post. Like back in January, I went like 40 days without posting. And people are like, what are you doing, man? You went 40 days without posting. So.
Well, I just wanted to hear from you, I think. Max, Brett, another question for BFAB.
Yeah, so typically, and we don't always, but I try to ask like similar questions to each guest. But do you have 3 like definitive themes of, we'll just say all time, like 3 themes that are just your without a doubt top 3?
So I'd have to say classic like Lego Spider-Man,
Okay.
Exo Force, and then Agents. I love those themes.
Agents. See, I don't even know if I know about Agents. I'm
like 2008, 2009 era.
okay. Yeah. See, I was into it. I'm 27. I was into it young, and then I got back into it like 4 or 5 years ago, give or take. So there's definitely like a lot of like the mid 2000s stuff. I definitely like was not on the Lego radar at all. So
shout out Ninja joined the chat.
oh yeah, I forgot I wasn't even looking at the chat.
That's all good. What up, Ninja?
I
Max,
try to monitor.
Max, question for BFAB, sir.
Okay, other than the Mr. Gold findings, what, I guess, like, kind of motivated you other than that to make content?
Honestly, like, I didn't have any friends, so basically the whole YouTube thing was because, like, making content, people thought I was cool. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to stay here. Because when I was a kid, obviously that sounds horrible. I had like no friends. So I'm like, let me use YouTube as a place to make friends where I can talk to people that have similar hobbies. So that's why I kind of like joined YouTube. And I'm like, you know what, guys, I'm lonely. I have no friends. I'm going to stay here. And because people like me, guess what? We're staying here.
Yeah. Well,
but other than that, like, I don't really have like a driving force behind like the content I make. I just make it whenever I feel like it. There's really no driving force for that. So
yeah, well, I definitely relate to that because for me, it's not like I don't have. I mean, it's different for me because I'm an adult now, but it's like I don't have any Lego friends. Like I have friends, but I don't have really any Lego friends. And these two guys right here, like, are my two biggest like friends that are into Lego like I am, and I've never met them in person. So it's like for me, like YouTube is kind of like my space to nerd out about Lego. If I do it around anybody I know, they're like, oh, that's cool. And like, you just know they don't care. Like, they don't really understand. Like, no, this is a UCS Millennium Falcon. This thing has so many pieces. The greebling detail is incredible. It's got exclusive minifigures. And like, oh yeah, isn't that the one from like A New Hope? Like,
just tell them the price. They'll be shocked. They'll be more inclined to listen to you. That set cost me $800. They'll be like, what? Plastic $800?
Oh yeah, that always gets them.
And like, speaking of in-person meetings, guys, just a little teaser here. We're gonna have a major announcement next week right here on a couple of Brickheads, where in fact I will get to actually. I was gonna say give a fist bump, a handshake, but it's gonna be a hug at this point, Brent. We've known each other so long. I can't wait to meet these guys. We're gonna have information on that. My two best Lego friends. What can I say? It's going to be really cool.
Because we're the three best friends that anyone can have. I'm sorry, I'm not missing no,
I know. Anytime that comes up, that you got to think about it. Got some friends of the show in tonight. We got Ryan in. I'm gonna butcher it again from Monano. At this point, I'm gonna do it on purpose.
I think Monano. Monano.
He had to change his name.
Is it no or now? Brian, is it no or now? Did I do it right? I need to know, man. I'm sorry. I need to watch it back when you described it so eloquently.
I think it's no.
Stud City in the house. I think this might be his first time in. What up?
Hey,
man?
my boy Christo's here. Woohoo!
Yeah, love watching your stuff, dude. Stud City. Haven't met BFAB, but we talk every day. Yeah, that's kind of how we are. Again, Ninja's here. Welcome 100. Ross Ferguson. If I missed anyone, I apologize.
If we didn't say Will.
It's Monano. It's Mono. I feel like I'm doing the first part.
Monano Productions, or is it Monano Productions?
Hopefully I get to meet him sometime, and I'll have it drilled into my head. We'll see.
Max, clip that
teaser on that. Clip that. How do we say?
Clip that part. Struggling to say Monano Productions.
The man with the most difficult name in the game.
The clip from Finding You.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just an idiot who forgets things. What can I say? BFAB, your thoughts? No. We're gonna jump back in. We just jump all over the place. Your thoughts on sort of the pandemic and sort of the explosion? I feel like a lot of new faces in the space in the Lego YouTube scene.
We got a lot more attractive people. That shocked me.
Yeah, these two guys. I'm just the old dude with the hat. But no, is that what it was? There's more attractive people.
I realize that. Okay, let's not get canceled, guys. But the ladies that have come in, good job for you guys.
Okay,
right.
I can think of a couple you're probably speaking of. We don't have to get into it. I get that.
Top 10 most attractive Lego YouTubers coming soon.
Hit that. That seems like a life video. Where's life at? That seems like
that does seem like a life Lego video.
I was shocked. He came back like 3 days ago, and he's been posting consistently. So,
yeah. And I'm liking it. I mean, I know he rubs some people, but he's always been a friend of the show. And like, I don't know. I'm kind of digging his stuff. The overspending and scratching the itch video really hit home. So I'm trying to before you get on to the next one, kind of build what you got and enjoy it kind of thing. I've thought about those things, but it's good to hear people sort of reinforcing that. And I don't know, what do you think about this sort of revised Life of Lego? Seems more positive. Is that fair to say?
I mean, here's the thing. I've never had an issue with Life of Lego's videos. Right. Unless he was going after someone I like, which him and I have argued about that time and time again.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, him and I are we're friends. Like the reason I even first found out about him is he made a video on one of my videos that basically did decent in the Bionicle community. I was ranting about Bionicle fan pages, Facebook pages, Reddit picked it up, and I got attacked. So he made a video in response to that. I'm like, screw you, use my footage, I'm copyright striking you. So I striked them, and then okay, that was wrong. Guys, don't abuse the copyright system. I was drunk, to be fair. I was drunk when I did it, right? So he sends me a message. He's like, hey, why did you do that? You're screwed. And then I'm like, okay, let's go. I'll win. And then we just decided to be cool, and then I put back up his video, and then now we're friends. So yeah.
We'll see. It all worked out. Yeah, guys, Do we need to do the top 10 most? Somebody better steal this, man. Top 10 most.
I
attractive-
want Tony to make the
because
video.
to me, it's like it's Ryan from Money Productions and everyone else. You know what I mean? Like we could
I'm
we
about
could
to
put
say,
it together. But it
our
doesn't have to
boy
be just
Ryan
the
the
ladies.
Chad.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at this. Look at this guy. I mean,
He's
come
a
on.
good-looking guy for sure.
He belongs on the list, you know, along with my co-hosts.
I love how you were.
BFAB, I gotta ask, is this? I see this image. Is this you in the
It
picture
is me,
here?
unfortunately. It's the only good photo that I could find after like 70,000 photos. Now that was last year. Like at least it's not from like 10 years ago.
I
now
think
I don't
you're
have a
wrong
neck.
on this list, sir. I mean, if I may say so myself,
It's a good photo. I got
married
lucky. You
guy,
see me in the
a
other
straight
photos I
man.
took? I look like a different creature. I look like some like Demogorgon in the other photos.
So I've seen this image and a couple others of yourself, and without going too deep, and stop me if you're uncomfortable. I sense you won't be. From what I've seen of you, we're not doing any face on cam videos. Are you going to be one of those guys who eventually folds to that, or are you going to kind of keep it the way it is?
So my whole logic was not showing my face. So yes, this is a picture of me. The reason I've never like shown my face on camera, let me rephrase that. I've done it a couple of times, like on a couple Instagram live streams. I just sat there and just talked. I don't do it often because I feel like my face doesn't add anything. If it added something to the conversation, I would totally show my face, but it doesn't. And I also feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that kind of grew because of their face, and then they all of a sudden become ugly, and then they get no views. We've seen a lot of people, I'm not going to name drop, but like a person with attractive.
Look at me. I look hey,
like a
everybody,
person with attractive like 10 years ago, and then all of a sudden they something happened in their face, and then like 5 years later they get no views because they look like a cave troll. You know, like
jeez Louise, dude. Listen, again, objectively, if this makes anyone uncomfortable, I apologize. But I'm looking at a handsome man over here, guys. I don't know what to tell you. He's got the rock eyebrow going. Like, what's happening here? You know,
low blows.
I don't know why.
Hidden
like,
Brick, the name fits. He'll never show his face. All right, respect. But it's interesting because so that you know, BFAB, I'm kind of now I'm like 3 years in on this thing and learning all the players and the characters, and we really just started this show like 6 months ago because I felt like my knowledge base was enough to have a decent conversation. Stud City, he's hot AF. You know, see, this took an interesting turn.
not as good looking as you, Chris. So you're a beautiful man and you have a beautiful girlfriend. You guys are beauties. So
there you go. JTG equals cave troll. I love that label.
I just like to clarify.
You're a stud, Ryan. No pun intended. This is getting wild. Top 10 most attractive YouTubers. Let's do it. I mean, it doesn't slam anybody. I think if somebody did a top 10 not so hot, that would probably be controversial. But top 10 attractive Lego YouTuber, I think that'd be fun. I mean, if anything, somebody would feel like they were left off the list would be the worst.
Right.
Here's the predicament that I run into. I tell so many people.
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, here's a predicament I run into. I compliment so many people on their looks that people are starting to get creeped out. I'm just like, you're a good looking person. You're a good looking person. And I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to just compliment people's looks.
Same here.
I don't really do it that often to women, but I'm not trying to get canceled. You know, like I'll be like, close to a guy, like, you're good looking. And then people are like, yo, is he straight? And I'm like, yes, I am, but I don't mind doing that, you know? So
no, listen, I admit
same.
defeat constantly. You know, I'm like, you're a handsome man. I have no problem with that. I'm married with 2 kids. I mean, whatever, you know, it's like,
yeah,
bro love at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you might as well gas up the homies, you know?
oh yeah, 100%.
so besides the attractiveness though, like content wise, are you liking what you're seeing? I mean, there is a lot of people probably in my shoes that you know, maybe at that 3 year or less mark, and some have blown up. Do you like what they're doing? Do you can name names or not name names, whatever you're comfortable with. Do you like the general vibe? I feel like production quality has gone up, you know, because I'm kind of a historian, so I looked at, you know, who the OGs were in the game and just kind of looked up their stuff. But it looks like, you know, it's sort of a fresh take. Any other thing vibe wise besides the attractiveness that you're seeing in the we can always circle back to that, by the way.
No, 100%. I mean, this day and age, the quality is so high, you have to kind of adjust with the times. I see a lot of these young kids come in the space and just completely obliterate these people that have been doing it for years. Like a 12-year-old will come in and do better edits or have better personality than, let's say, me as a 23-year-old. So you're looking at that stuff and you're like, I have to step up my game because my content looks like crap compared to these guys. And so over time, I've kind of stepped up my game to improve my content because this day and age, the kids are showing us up. And I'm like, oh, dang it. I couldn't do that at 12, 13 years old. And they're just killing it with edits. They know what to do. They know the algorithm. And then I'm just like this old timer that's like, good job, guys. I wish I could do what you guys could do. So, time and time again, I've tried to improve the quality of my videos. So,
I appreciate that answer, Brent. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think especially in the Lego space on YouTube, like you have pretty good amount of boring content. Like there's a lot of my videos that I'm sure are boring because, whether it's
Let's
effort
get it out there. Name names. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on.
Don't talk about my personal hero.
Listen, no, I was about to be positive and just say, like, I like seeing guys like, BFAB and Josh build stuff. And even he goes a long time without making videos sometimes. He's a young kid with blonde hair named, I think, Brick Council.
Oh yeah. Oh, he has good personality, and it's very funny.
It's hard with all these brick names,
Yeah. Well,
I said I would never do it, and here we are.
Well, yeah. So yeah, like, shout out Brick Council. Make more videos, please. I think you're hilarious. But I just think I think that's another reason why obviously Josh builds stuff. He's a good looking guy, and his production value is good and everything. But I think just his personality really cool and his humor. Yeah, we had him on the show, and I just think like dude. Is this the second time I've mentioned Josh build stuff and he pops up in the chat? I swear to God.
Josh, I don't know how long you've been around, but we were talking most attractive Lego YouTubers, and now your name has come up. I mean, we gotta
dude, I'm telling you, that happened like 2 podcasts
Screw it. Next week on the show, we'll do it. Most attractive Lego YouTubers.
Oh my God.
Oh, I would love to see that podcast.
We do shit. We get wild with BFAB. Here we are. We're gonna do it. So dude. BFAB, make sure you tune in next week, guys.
I'll be there. I'm sub now, so I'll see it.
Aren't you?
I don't want any hurt feelings. It's male, female, or otherwise. Anybody's fair game in this one. We're gonna rattle it off.
Dude, even my fiance
I'm entering myself in the contest with this. This is gonna be me. So we'll see.
Dude, my fiance,
if I can get on the podium here.
Jennifer has a favorite who she thinks is like the cutest person I watch in the YouTube community. I won't reveal who it is now. We'll save it for next week.
Why do I feel like and because I've heard a lot of girls say this, I feel like it's M&R Productions.
There it is. BFAB's a genius.
Really, and he's so focused, and he's mentioned many times similar to a finance plan, he has no interest whatsoever.
Dude, he's on his grind, man.
He's on his grind. He's like, yeah, I'll get a girl later. I respect it.
Ryan is such a go-getter. Not moaning. Even you're a go-getter too. But M&R Ryan, he is such a hard worker. He cares more about getting his life together than I feel like being in a relationship. So
Mrs. Monino joins the chat. It's Monino Productions show. Hey, welcome to the show.
Monino's wife.
Big fan. How you doing?
Hey, listen, I'm with you. I think that Ryan
practically home. Let's collabo on this. So we need a female perspective for these dudes. Well, I'm over here rating dudes, and I don't know if I'm the best at. I don't know if I'm the best at it, but
this is getting weird now.
I mean, it's not weird. What are you going to do?
I don't mean.
We want to review a set like everybody else does. This is very interesting to me.
I think it's funny. So the reason I knew the answer, because if you're around 20-year-old girls in the Lego community, they're like, oh my goodness, it's Ryan. Do you know Ryan? I'm like, I do know Ryan. They're like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. And I'm like, okay. So that's why I knew they were talking about M&R.
Hey, it's all good.
Hey, I'm with Sean. I think Ryan, the one that's here, Monino Productions, is
nice. You said it very well that time.
Monino, our Ryan, the other Ryan. Yeah, M&R, if you're watching, you're probably not.
I mean, this is really controversial. Will Harper, this is the content we subscribe for. So, I told you we'd find our lane eventually, guys. This is
rating Lego YouTubers
based on their attractiveness.
Something according to BFAB didn't need to be discussed maybe 5 years ago. It really wasn't a big.
Listen, this could be a start of a red carpet thing every year. They'll have a Met Gala for Lego YouTubers.
We also need the top 10 ugliest too.
Wow. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Okay, we must. Oh boy, look at this,
dude. manifesting things right now.
That's
I'm not going to simp for
Sun
Mogan
City's
and
a
his wife,
different
but they're
level.
really
on
good
this
looking.
one.
So.
This okay. All right. We're gonna work on this. All right. It's done.
Oh man.
All right.
I had no idea this is what
We'll
we
go
were gonna be
back to
talking about on this
attractiveness.
podcast.
You want to talk about anything else? Let's see. I have a whole agenda for you, BFAB. We'll go through some of our normal stuff here as well. You didn't mention Lego Star Wars in your big three there. Are you a fan at all? Do you respect it from a distance? How do you feel about Lego Star Wars?
I occasionally buy Lego Star Wars sets. I'm not really a full-on Star Wars fan. Like I like the Mandalorian. I liked the Book of Boba, whatever it's called. I like the first 3 Star Wars films, the prequels or whatever they're called, but I couldn't get into anything else. And like regarding sets, I just buy them if I like how they look. So
Gotcha. You don't like to box yourself in too much.
I'm just like, oh, this looks cool. It's on clearance. Let me buy it. I'm a clearance buyer, y'all. So
Would you say that you're more of a builds guy than a minifigure guy?
no, I'd say I'm more of a minifigure guy than a build guy.
Okay.
Like I love like the Marvel minifigs.
Yeah.
I like the random weird minifigs. Like I even like the video figs. I'm ashamed of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this own now. But
Don't be
No,
ashamed. I think everyone
some
thought the
series
figs were.
twos. I have some
I
series
think
twos right
everyone
here.
thought the figures were fire. Guys, I just try Lego. Please. What is
the
with
search engine being weird.
It's so bad, dude. Star Wars trash. Can we get some? There it is.
Yeah, just type in trash. It'll know.
All right, there it is.
wow, that's
Yeah.
my home. Wow. Okay.
Oh my
Shout out
god.
to BFAB, best laugh in the game. It's tremendous. Let's talk about this one, BFAB. I'd love to hear your take on a sometimes fan of Lego Star Wars dioramas as a whole. This one's my favorite, I think, of them. Curious to hear your thoughts on this. Now we have a full reveal.
You know, I like the look of the set. I don't think I'll ever pick it up because I already have the Death Star and it has like a mini trash compactor on like the bottom floor or whatever. And I'm
Gotcha.
content with that. I don't think I really need a diorama of a trash compactor.
Gotcha. Fair
But it
enough.
still looks good. You know, I feel like I appreciate that Lego is really focusing on the 18 plus Star Wars market because clearly there's a massive 18 plus fan base for Star Wars. But that's not really my cup of tea. I don't know what I do with it. Like, hey guys, I'm displaying my trash compactor. What do you guys think? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
That's how I feel displaying a butthole tiger, I guess.
Well,
but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but the butthole tiger has a nice personality.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that there's no call out on the box too. I think that makes it even more.
It's a nice
epic.
surprise.
Of the 3, which one is your favorite? This Dagobah or the Trench Run?
What's the one with like the flying ships?
That's a Trench Run.
Old trench run.
Let me put that up here real quick.
I'm horrible at names. Sorry guys, I didn't do my research.
No, you're good.
Same here. Here you go. bud.
That's that. Yes, it's a beauty. I like it.
Okay.
That's interesting.
It's my least favorite just because I don't like the micro builds, but I'm a weirdo. Like I don't love the polybag type looking stuff on here.
Yeah, I mean most people don't like micro stuff anyway, so
Yeah. So maybe I don't know. We looked at the reveals last week and I kind of went through and gave my pros and cons, but then at the end of it ended up being funny because we're like, what are we saying? We're all going to buy all these anyway. So I don't know why we're
Exactly.
wasting our time. Like, because once you get one, it's like, well, I need all the dioramas. What about when series 2 comes out? I'm not going to have the that whole
Hot take. It's probably not going to happen because
Dagobah while you're doing that. Yep.
Absolutely. I'm just saying I really want just one prequel set like this. Like it's probably not going to happen, but just one. Like they could do the Mustafar battle with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And you could have just a tons of trans orange like lava and like maybe put a light brick in there. I'm just saying they probably won't put a light brick in there, but it'd be cool.
Shout out to Ryan and Mrs. M for joining. Understand, dude.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thanks, dude. It's always cool
Awesome
when you
to have
pop
you
in.
both in here.
And stay tuned for the top 10 attractiabos. We're gonna see what's going on.
Yeah, tune in, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, so Dagobah, BFAB, my problem with this is, the more that's the thing though. I don't know if this happens to you, but you'll take a first glance sometimes and fall in love immediately. I think it happens to all of us. And then sometimes you'll take the first glance and say, it's not for me. More I look at this, the more I like it. It's one of those types of deals. Where you at on this one?
I think it's an okay set. I prefer like the Yoda's hut from like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But obviously they're trying to target somebody completely different with this set. I think it looks all right. It's not bad in my opinion. So
Now you talked about you love the focus on 18 plus. Last week we talked about would this, and I believe is that sort of I don't know if it's a white or a green mist going on, but we talked about 18 plus stuff. I mean, could you imagine this done up into more deluxe style box,
like the
or more
Yoda set
artistic box? Yeah, or like the Yoda set, where you've got kind of the the swampy surroundings, or do you still kind of prefer this? I'm getting to the point where this is almost played out in some instances, if that makes sense. Like I kind of miss like some of the really creative, particularly in Star Wars. There's been some beautiful boxes over the years, from really before I was collecting, to be honest.
yeah, I think Lego's trying to appeal to like the collectors that maybe, I don't know, feel uncomfortable walking out with like a set that looks like it's targeted for kids. I don't know. I feel like the black box art makes it look more premium, and I think that's who they're trying to target, like a whole new demographic. Because for me, I don't care for the black box art. Like when like Winnie the Pooh and Sesame Street had the black box art, I'm like, what is Lego doing? This makes no sense. But also, if you're an adult fan of Lego and you're walking in there, you see it in this premium black box, you're like, whoa, this looks cool. Look, it says 18 plus. Cool, I can get this and not look weird, I guess.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Guys, has your opinions changed on these from last week? Brent, Max, you still feel the same way now that you've been able to marinate on these? Yeah. All of them?
Money. Take
Right.
my money. Take the credit card. There you go.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting what BFAB said about comparing it to the Dagobah set from a couple of years ago, because I have two of those, and I'm looking at mine on the shelf over there. And I guess when I heard about an $80 Dagobah set, I was like, okay, the Yoda's hut will be a little bit bigger. It's close to just the same size, really. There's just more tree, and there's swamp, and there's like, the X-Wing and everything. So I still like this set, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I mean, I guess I kind of just wanted a little more details of
I mean, the X-Wing wing
stuff.
is $20 right there. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I know. I'm definitely a little bit
Lego.
I'm a little bit with BFAB in terms of like kind of liking just the hut from a couple years ago. I still like this. It's hard to compare them, but I guess I was expecting this to be a little bit bigger, I guess. I mean, it's got 1,000 pieces exactly though, so that's what's kind of different about it. It's got perfectly 1,000 pieces. I don't know though. I think with all that being said, the trash compactor might be my favorite over Dagobah, but I love this scene in Star Wars, especially Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite movie, so anything from Empire Strikes Back, I'm buying. So,
as mentioned, guys, we're jumping back in and staying up to date.
Nothing yet.
Status here. We still have some DeLoreans in stock. You know what I mean? So no complaints. If you miss out, it's on you. Especially on the first wave.
You're being warned, guys. You have the heads up.
Yeah,
you have a heads up.
It's there. If you're thinking about it, it's still there.
BFAB, what do you think in terms of like? I don't know if you collect anything else, like any other, Funko or limited edition type stuff, or sneakers or things like that. I found it interesting that Lego, like almost always, I should say, because there's exceptions, but they almost always restock, which I think is pretty cool as a collector. Yeah, you might be on back order for a month or whatever it is, but you can generally get your stuff for about 2 years, give or take. I mean, I know there's exceptions to that as well. What are your thoughts on that strategy? Do you think it would be even crazier if they just did like more one and done stuff?
I mean, I'm all for the like one and done stuff, the rare collectible items. I know a lot of people in the Lego space hate that aspect of collecting. Like,
fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, take a look to like the Mr. Gold frenzy. Lego released 5,000 of Mr. Gold. People were pissed off. People get pissed off of like over Comic-Con exclusives and other stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm all down for it, but I've dropped thousands of dollars on like Comic-Con stuff, so I have no issue just buying something that I truly want. But I know a lot of people think it's unfair, so I feel like that's why Lego's kind of dialing back on all the like rare exclusive sets and stuff. So.
Yeah, well, everyone gets offended nowadays, so it's like people are gonna get mad about an exclusive thing. Like, I really wish they would bring back what was it, a it was just I think a chrome. Was it a chrome Vader that was in the 2013 Star Wars sets, or no? It was the C3.
I think it was a C3PO.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it was like a chrome gold C3PO that was in just random sets. Like any set that year from 2013 might have a C3PO in it, and like I think that's super awesome, especially if there's some kind of battle pack that's out. But I would love to see that something like that again. But unfortunately,
It makes
seems
collecting fun, but like
yeah.
people are so entitled, they feel like they have to have everything, and if they don't have everything, it's unfair. Life's not fair, guys. I mean, that's how it is, you know.
Yeah. And I also like because I got into collecting like the CMF figures around like series 19. And so I was expecting for series because it was series 10 why they had Mr. Gold.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. And then so I was expecting maybe for series 20 that there was going to be something cool. And it was literally just like a guy in a brick suit with a printed tile like that said like 20 on it. And I was like, this sucks kind of like this isn't really cool.
It's funny because so
So
VP of Design Matthew Ashton explained why he did that, because I know somebody asked him a question. He does like these Instagram Q&As, and he said he didn't want to like upset fans, and he thought that this would like suffice.
yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm upset. This does not suffice. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I entitled's the right word, and it's funny because I'm like, hey, you know, if any of these Lego collectors went into any other space, they'd really be butthurt because nobody else, I think, is as fair. Again, overall, there are exceptions, cons and stuff like that. I get it. And then when they had to release some of the Comic-Con stuff, you know, to the general public, what's the Star Wars one, Brent? There was an outrage over it. The frigate, yeah, like people were upset about that, and a couple other things.
Well, the best
like,
duel was
guys, you at least had
that.
a shot at it. You know, I was a hardcore sneakerhead before I got crazy.
Yeah,
and you know, you tried scoring a pair of
or even something like this where you had to buy the AT-AT.
Yeah, I mean, you know, stuff like that. But the term scalper and all that stuff is thrown around, and I'm like, guys, you don't know how good you have it over here, honestly. Like compared with any other collectible, this is they're very fair. You know what I mean? So it's you know, whole different world. Let's see, what else do we have here? Going back to some notes on BFAB. Brent, you had a question about Lego Masters.
Yeah, so I know, I mean, just from, you know, hearing other streams and videos, I know that you know a few people that have been contestants on the show or producers or something.
I mean, it depends what Lego Masters. So like I was friends with somebody from Lego Masters season 1, 2 people. I'm no longer friends with them. From season 2, I'm friends with a few people that have been on the show. And then like from like the Australian version, I know a lot of people. I'm friends with like casting producers and contestants.
I really want to watch that one. Yeah. So like I kind of wanted to pick your brain a little bit on the Lego Masters thing, because like it was a thing that we were like discussing on the show, like when it was, you know, airing this second season. I really hope that, because like to me, like I know there's a way to like mess with your VPN and like somehow watch like the other versions, but all I've heard about is how much better they are than the American version.
Oh, it's way better. Without shading my American friends, the Australian builders, in my opinion, they're better. Because I think that for American reality television, you have to have a story, no matter what. You have to have a story.
Right.
They still had people in there with skill. Like a lot of those guys are very talented, but then you have that handful where they're not as talented and they're just there for a storyline. For Australian TV, they're not really looking for a story. They're looking for talent. And if you look back and you compare the American builds to the Australian builds, they're way better. They're way better builders. Some of these guys are dull as can be, but like you have a really strong host for the Australian version, and you can tell that they care more about the building experience and teaching you new techniques and just kind of growing with the experience and the skill more than trying to relate to a person.
Sure. Yeah, so like my like dream team of what I wish the American version would be, and I know like it's probably something that would never happen, but if someone big in the Lego community, like if it was like M&R or Just Too Good was the host of a Lego Masters show, and then you had guys like Rich Boy J, Solid Brick Studios, just like going at it with different challenges. And I know like when it comes down to that, it's just like some people are really good at building, but they just don't want to do a reality show. But if you could like custom pick like a
too, you know,
but if you could custom pick people, like I think that would just be awesome to see like the big dogs and like the mock building space, because like you mentioned, BFAB, like it's, you know, it might be some people that they're not even like super, like you look at their Instagram and they don't even post a bunch of Lego stuff, but they're on the show, like type of deal. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, getting into looks and stories and gimmicks and, you know,
Yeah.
drama, right? I think they definitely lean more towards that than probably actual talent. Although, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of them are very talented. Don't get me wrong.
Can we all agree that Boone's team should have won
Oh
season
yeah,
one?
hands
I have
down.
very mixed opinions on it, but I agree.
Oh,
Like
good.
Boone's build was more technical, like with the little like paint brush dipping into the paint can as like a sensor. Like that's
Yeah.
genius. So in that aspect,
Very well.
yeah, but I still think like Tyler and Amy's win was like justified. Like it
They were
didn't
very
bother me
good.
that they won.
Tyler in particular, obviously.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it just like made it worse though when they like announced in like the 8th episode that like there's gonna be another builder coming to the family, and then they
That
like
was
win.
cringe.
It's
They're
like
probably
yeah,
that was so cringe.
it just like made, I don't know, like to me it's like let your building do the talking.
is-
Like you don't have to bring in the
This is
well,
an
we're having a
interesting.
baby.
This is an interesting question. Will Harper asks, speaking of reality shows, how about the videos that Emma and Ross are doing? Perfection. Have you seen their send ups at all? BFAB on
Oh, they're
kind of
hilarious. They have like
Yeah.
a series they've done either once or twice where they're pretending to be like reality
Brick Eyes, yeah.
contestants. They're hilarious. They did a really good job with those. I wish they do more content like that because, yeah, that was really strong. So
Yeah, I like when I see anything again, creative, not the same old unboxing, speed builds, whatever. I generally I have one source for that, and actually I want to get your opinion because I ask every guest. Are you a Jang guy? I mean, for that type of video, are you a Jang Bricks guy?
let's say Jang doesn't like me, and for that reason, I don't like him.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Since
There's two
Sean,
we talk about. There's that one. Let's finish with Jang, and then I got another one
he
to ask
knows
you
what I'm
about.
gonna say after that. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm not stealing the fun.
No,
Go.
we can keep talking about. I honestly, listen, this is weird. Okay, when we've spoken about Jang before, actually, this is just a random fun
I think he's
sidebar.
great at what he does.
I have been like, whatever. Like, I can understand why some people like have literally said like his videos put them to sleep. But honestly, like when I really have wanted to dive into like these new speed champs, I kind of been liking his reviews, and it's only because like he might have the review
Looking
out before,
crannies, man. He goes deep. That's what I
Well,
like about it.
and like
It's not
he
for
has,
everyone. Yeah.
and he you know, a thing that's, you know, not just like a Star Wars set where obviously I'll watch M&R Productions or what, or you know, any of the guys like Solid Brick Studios, but like if it's speed champs and like somebody that I like Josh Build Stuff or something like that doesn't have the review out yet and Jang's got a video out, it's like I'll check it out. But it's just funny like how I've mentioned I'm not the biggest Jang fan, but I've been watching like all his speed champs reviews.
Jang is a
I classify him as more educational. I would say he's like more educational content. I do find, by the way, his streams really fun. I don't know if anyone's checked them out,
I
particularly
still
like
haven't.
his Twitch stuff. He kind of lets loose there, and he really has command over the trolls in a way I haven't seen. It's really interesting. he kind of daddies them a little bit. So I'm a Jang guy, and yeah, like when I'm, especially a set that I'm gonna go back in time, I'm trying to limit myself. You can ask my friends here. I'm buying retired stuff, but if I
Yeah.
want to see like every square inch, nook and cranny, you know, I don't mind taking a deep dive on one of his 40-minute reviews or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a time and place. Like he gets really granular, and I don't know. I like him.
I would love to know more of the backstory of why you don't get along with Jang.
I mean, I can
BFAB.
tell you, but
Yeah,
do
we
you
don't
want
have
the
to, though.
drama on
No,
your
I'm-
podcast.
Well, no, I'm just saying like
This is what we're here for. Can you give us a high level of what happened?
Yeah,
at
no, I
least?
can tell you.
We need
So
the juice.
now you're into some drama territory, but I'll totally let you know. So last year I suspected two people of cheating on their partners in the Lego community. So I decided to call them out on Twitter after they kind of came at me because of some other drama stuff. And little did I know, I was right. Okay, let's not skip to that part. So Jang sends me a DM. Jang does not follow me. Jang basically calls me a scummy person and like says, "Hey, don't affiliate yourself with me. I'm not going to avoid you, but I don't want to be affiliated with you." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then this year, some drama some drama dropped. Sorry, I can't speak. And the two people I'd called out had been cheating on their partners. The guy releases a statement.
How do you even get this information?
Because I talk to a lot of people and I just engage enough in the Lego space where I know stuff, right? So like
All right.
there's a lot of stuff I don't say that I know. And so this year the guy came out and he's like, hey, I basically left my partner for this person. And yeah, a lot of crap.
Actual people or minifigs? Are they playing with the Lego too much? What are we?
Basically, there was these two
I could see somebody, leaving their partner for Lego because that's, the addiction's real. But you're saying there's actual. All right.
Yeah, the guy literally left his partner to try to get this with this girl that he met online, and so I just called it out early. But I like literally, if a girl laughs at you saying hi, like, it's obvious that you're doing something. And so I just called it out early on. I said a bunch of other choice words that I probably shouldn't have said, but everything. And I also called the girl like a dick rider, right? Somebody that kind of hops on successful people and tries to use them. Last paragraph in his statement was saying she basically used me and wanted everyone to fail. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, suck it. So.
Look at West Coast. That's you. What do I say, Mac? I was like, who said Lego is boring? I know. I'm like, he's right here.
That's funny.
I'm rusty, guys. I was out last week.
It's like the Conor McGregor where he's like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. No need for a girlfriend to have my Lego. All right. Well, no, that's it's interesting. It's all out there now, says Shy.
Hey, I was Tim. I didn't drop a video on it. I totally wanted to drop a video on it, knowing like how it would portray them, but I'm just saying it on a podcast, compared to making a video on it. So
yeah, there's not that much people that watch this anyways. So.
Oh, it's not, I don't mean it like that.
Well, I'm just being honest. I mean, like compared to like other platforms, but
another Lego YouTuber that's come on the scene and has grown quite a bit over probably the last 2 years that we talk about a little bit on the show is Brixie. What are your thoughts on Brixie?
I like Brixie as a person. I
knew who I was going to say.
Sorry, I
it's
Brent's thunder. There's always there's two big ones that are kind of polarizing, and I'm fans of both, admittedly, but I love hearing everybody's takes.
I will say this: I watch Brixie content here and there.
Yeah.
Brixie is a really good guy. I have to say that a year ago, when I was going through a lot of drama, and I felt like everyone in the Lego space had turned against me, he sent me a message and it meant so much to me. So I have nothing but respect for Brixie.
Cool. Right on. Yeah, no, it's been fun to watch. He's ambitious as hell. He's got some big ideas, with what he wants to do with the collection and everything. So I was daily. I'm not so much daily anymore. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I guess it just depends on the title of the vid at this point, but I used to be like die hard every day, watch it, but I haven't been lately, and I'm trying to figure out why.
For me, it's just very selective. There's some videos I watch of his, there's others I don't. Like, I'm not going to watch a Brixie review, but I also probably wouldn't watch anybody else's reviews anyways. I feel like out of reviews in the Lego space, the only person I can say I've watched every review would be our boy Josh Build Stuff. Like, his charisma, his style, his editing, everything about him. Yeah. Like, literally, watch a Josh Build Stuff review, and you're going to find yourself enjoying it no matter what. So,
and that's what I always tell them, like just I go on there and just say the quality, like I comment about the quality, the time, care, effort, love, whatever it is you want to call it, put into his videos is just incredible. And they keep getting better. I already thought he had a really high bar, and he just keeps putting out bangers.
How he literally climbed in a tree just to review a gift with purchase.
Yeah,
that's the kind of...
I'm always caught talking about him when he's here, but no, man, I mean it. I respect the hell out of what you're doing, man. It's really cool.
Quality content.
In fact, a lot of people think it's so cool. They're starting to do stuff like Josh Build Stuff, so that's pretty flattering. I'm not naming names.
To build stuff like Josh build
stuff. Well, they try.
They watch Josh build stuff, and then they want to build stuff.
Somebody did a multiplicity video like Josh did right after he did it, and I sent it to him. He's like, "Oh, interesting." So
he's like copier.
And I think it was the same set too. I mean, not naming names, but it was pretty interesting.
Josh just has everything going for him, and I think that in the review space we need more people with personality and just likability, because even let's say if a Josh video isn't as informative, right? He's likable, he has personality, he has quality, and we don't see that a lot in the review space. Let's take a look at like Jang. Jang has quality, but he has a personality of a rock. So when you
I
come
don't see. Listen, I'm telling you, I know you.
Oh my
I'm
God.
never going to convince you because you've had your beef, but I'm telling you, anyone who thinks that, who's open, check out his Twitch stuff. It's actually a lot of fun. I'll be honest. What do you think about that? Let's pivot into that real quick. A lot of the bigger Lego YouTubers going to Twitch, playing both sides of the fence. More lucrative. What do you think's going on there?
they're smart. They know they can make more money there because for like Twitch subs or whatever, you're getting paid for that, right? I'd say it's kind of equivalent to like YouTube membership, but people are like giving subs all the time. Like I could be in there and like buy 10 subs, right? And then, a bunch of people basically, I don't know, paying for Jang's content now. So it's smart in the way that you can make more money. So I don't blame people for doing it.
I hear you. Do you think our format, we do behind the scenes stuff live here too, do you think our format would play better in that environment? As far as
honestly, I'd like to see how that goes down, but I feel like Twitch like usually does well to like individuals, like one-on-one. It's more of like a connection with people, so people are willing to give you money or whatever. But I'd like to see you guys try it over there and see what happens. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try and see if you can make money off of it.
Will, this comment, Jesus, straight to the straight up said he's just older like Sean. Guess that's why we still like
No, he
him.
said like me and Sean.
Old jokes.
Oh, me and Sean.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, I
didn't see him
know I have
include himself.
personality, or I wouldn't be doing this. So,
Dude, listen.
a little self compliment. I know I have plenty of personality, so I'm not worried
Dude,
about that.
it's like shout out to Will. He's literally in like I see him in everyone's comment section. Like he's all over the place. I love it. But I didn't realize he was saying me and Sean because I have no idea how old Will is. But
Will is 75 and a half.
it's nice. There you go. He's retired and happy. Basically, that's why he's always in everyone's comments.
I don't know about happy, but retired. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Will.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Real quick. We talked about, I don't know if it was on air or off air, but yeah, I went to Legoland last week. I just wanted to give a quick review, I guess, from a perspective of a parent. I really had no reason to go otherwise without bringing my kids there, just because it looked kind of like kiddie rides. And BFAB, I'm a huge Disneyland guy. I don't know if it's apparent, but big Disney guy. Grew up in Orlando, now live in LA. I've always had Disney sort of in my life. Was excited to take my kids there. When I go to other theme parks in general, a Six Flags, a Knott's, whatever, what usually stands out for me is like the quality isn't there, the cleanliness and all that kind of stuff. And so I kind of, when I go somewhere else, I already have low bar expectations, which I think is a good thing. Because I'm like, I don't know if anybody can top Disney in the theme park game. But happy to report, went to Lego, did the full experience, stayed in the hotel. I was like live streaming my buds here, sending them pics and stuff. And that was a lot of fun sharing it with them because I wanted them to be a part of it. We stayed on site. We stayed at the Castle Hotel. I don't know if you're familiar, but they have the Legoland and the Castle Hotel, and they're themed up and all that stuff. And I gotta say, like, it was, it's not Disney still, but it was a much higher quality than I think I expected. And for all the reasons I listed before, the cleanliness and, like how put together it is, the theming, that kind of stuff. And it was so cool because now I'm kind of like engulfed in Lego, and it was really cool to, oh, look, there's a Lego movie world. And then there's a Ninjago world, things that wouldn't have meant anything to me, 6 years ago, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you mentioned that it was a good time. I agree. We had a great time. We'll be going back for sure. My daughter loved it. And I think the big standout for those of you that are on the fence about taking a trip, especially if you have little ones, what I liked about it, and I know we're still kind of in the midst of COVID and hopefully, turning the corner on it for sure. I love the interactive stuff. And I learned about that from watching Brent with his daughter. It was really cool. There's so many little build stations over there, and I've got me a little builder already. She's 4. She's taken down 8 and 12 plus sets already. And so I knew that would be no thing for her to go up and just kind of do a little quick mock thing. We built a boat, sailed it down the river. Like it was, you know what I mean? From that perspective, it's not just let me get on the ride and entertain me. You know, you're actually interacting with stuff. And I thought that was cool. And there's playgrounds everywhere, which was an interesting take for a theme park. Because, you know, we went on a Friday and, you know, you've been there, you know how the lines get. So if something's an hour and she's not down for that, or more importantly, daddy's not down for waiting the hour, she's cool to go. There's a Benny's spaceship playground, man. And she recognized it and went ape shit sliding down there yelling spaceship. And that ate up an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, so shout out to Legoland. I was very impressed, very well manicured around too. Like, you know, the shrubbery, the plants, you know.
How was the food? Because I was
great. It's the worst,
How about those waffles?
biggest weakness.
I was disappointed
pretty
in the
terrible, I would say.
Yeah,
It's
I was
very
disappointed in the
bad.
ramen. I went to the ramen place.
So did we. Everything is ramen.
Yeah, I was not
It was
impressed
awful.
at
It was
all.
awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
it was
On site, the restaurants they had was good. There's a Dragon's Den theme thing. They do give you free breakfast in the morning. It's cool. Like for a breakfast buff, I've been to a million of them. It was fine. But yeah, generally the food there, except for the apple fries, shout out. Good recommendation, Brent.
Yes,
those
I
are
was
kind of
just about
fire.
to. I told you those are at least worth like trying. You know,
Normally I would
just.
just say something like, oh, it's theme park food and leave it at that. But this is not even to that quality. It's
Right.
worse than your average theme park food for sure. Especially with the prices. We paid, I don't know, 60 or whatever for everything is ramen. For
Yeah, that's
effectively 3 of us, and it was bad.
Yeah,
real
and like I felt like the noodles were like it didn't have much taste, and also like whatever chicken and noodle thing I had like didn't have that much chicken in it, especially for what I paid for, and like
It was
Right
like
there with
slopped
you.
together. Yeah.
But that's like one thing they could improve on to like at least make
For
going
sure.
better, because like even if Legoland isn't like super entertaining for adults, at least if they had like a super
Beers.
good wait, don't they have places for beers, right?
Did they?
Dude, I thought I got a beer at everything
maybe
is
they did. And I didn't
ramen.
know.
It's not like super
Chi-Town,
advertised.
Disney theme park foods, but yeah, I mean, depending on where you go, dude, like there's hit or miss. My point is there's hit or miss everywhere. So it's like, I'm not just category because I was there for quite a while, right? And we had snacks and all that stuff. So I feel semi-qualified.
Mhm.
Disney, I could tell you everything about, but Legoland, I had enough to know like they're not there on the food. They're just not.
They
you know,
should be.
and-
Give the
Yeah.
adults something to look forward to. Like if their kids are begging them to go to Legoland, they'd be like, "Oh, but they have this burger there. That's fantastic. That's what I'm gonna eat." Like, so
Well, and that was the other thing. I again, like overall, left very impressed. If I had to name a couple things, like yeah, bring the bricks and that sort of aesthetic and design into the meals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be playful with like the building stuff, and maybe the basket of fries could have been themed a little bit better. Do you know what I mean? Like, just little
Yeah.
things like that. They have beer in the castle. Yes, they do, sir.
okay, yeah.
There's Dixie. No, we had a great happy hour. They have this lawn that you can hang out on. The kids play. Like,
wouldn't it be
the
cool?
hotel is where it's at, I think. I mean, honestly, as far as food and if you want to have some, you know, adult bevies, it was good.
I feel like if instead of everything is ramen, they could have just had literally the Pigsy's food truck from Monkie Kid. But I get it. It's not a super. We don't know how long we're gonna have that theme around. It's not like City or something.
BFAB, your thoughts on Monkie Kid? We ask everyone, and we're all big fans here.
Oh yeah.
So I love Monkie Kid. I love the sets, but I don't even
Nice.
own one. So
Ah.
if Monkie Kid fails, I take the full blame.
You got to get at least one.
I will eventually. I
Do you
think
feel
for
like
me,
too much
like,
competition. That's all it is. There's just too much competition for it for
I
people's
mean, the
attention.
reason why like I don't buy Monkie Kid sets would be I only buy clearance. Like as of like the last like 2 years, I haven't really been buying anything else, and I already have 200 sets sealed or almost 200 sets sealed. So you know, yeah, I gotta wait for Monkie
backlog
Kid to go
is,
on clearance.
Backlog's good.
The only thing
have you-
about I was
Go
gonna say the only thing about clearance Monkie Kid is it's only sold by Lego, so it's like
I know during Black Friday they had a bunch of the Monkie Kid sets that were like 40% off.
yeah, or
But I
Amazon
was
too.
too
Yeah,
broke, so yeah.
yeah. Amazon also. I retract my previous statement. Amazon does have all the Monkie Kid stuff, and I believe during Black Friday, what was it, Sean? They had Flower Fruit Mountain for like a really good deal. It's like $170
Amazon?
set, but
Yeah, I got 30 or 40 off of that one.
Yeah. So I retract my previous.
It's hard to get clearance. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're talking like in store. I know some MK stuff was on clearance in at Lego stores, but I live in Southern California. I've never seen any deals like that in my Lego store. They don't even discount for like, I've seen like a Brixie video. They're like, and they gave me 15% off because the box was dented. They don't give a flying F like at all. They're like, and I'm like, okay, then fine. You just give me a better box then.
Dang.
Like that's my settling out of
my
court.
Lego store has really nice people, but I'm in Ohio, so Sean's got some savages at his store.
Yeah, SoCal's kind of pricky. And plus, well, I mean, and it's heavily populated, so they don't really have to. They know the set's going to move. You know, like
right.
When the shuttle came out, there were 2 left, both badly dented, and I'm like, all right, I'll take one of these. You know, but they didn't want to offer a discount. In other quick hit news, I don't know if Josh is still around, but I know he'd care about this. The McLaren. So it's been pulled, BFAB. I know you like a little bit of the drama stuff. Are you familiar with this story here and what's going on with the McLaren?
Something about the stickers changing. I don't really know anything else.
Yeah. So the main thing here, and I'm kind of zoomed in here. There's a couple, and then, you know, there's a million sponsors on here, but I think the biggest change, just to kind of breeze through this, is Pirelli makes the tires. I think everyone's probably familiar with the Pirelli brand. For some reason, that's been pulled. And I don't know if it's, you know, a clearance via Lego or a clearance via Lego via McLaren or what happened there. Because obviously the F1 series uses Pirelli tires still, you know, but for whatever reason in this set, it was sort of compromised. And this was on my radar for sure. But this prompted me to go ahead and buy sort of the OG, the original set, because I want to have the right tires on it, the right tire stickers, with the right box art. And I just think these look terrible too here. So I went ahead and grabbed one. And it sounds like if you do want one, guys and gals, it's not going to be back in stock till May-ish. So for them to make that, we call it in the biz a rolling change.
They just have to make a sticker though, right? I mean,
it's not that simple though, you know. In BFAB, I don't know if you know that, but that's what I do for a living. I do big retail. When you make a rolling change like this, if you can get it done in 2 months, that's kind of a miracle. So May is really optimistic unless they knew about it a while ago and just announced it. But
yeah,
you know, basically, yeah, it's just a sticker sheet, but you got to keep in mind now we're changing box art. You know, and
wow, yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
And then the freight from, you know, wherever these are made, Mexico, wherever, yeah, like all that has to go back and forth, instruction manuals. So if they can get this done by May, I think that's kind of miraculous, to be honest with you. So if you want one of these and you can get one at retail, highly advise you do it. I don't know how much more value the OG is going to have than this one. I suspect it will have some. It just all depends. And I also think now F1 has exploded, BFAB. I don't know if it's on your radar, but F1 in general is getting real big due to the Netflix series, and especially in the States. There's going to be 3 races next year.
And it's really getting big because of Josh Build stuff.
And Josh Build stuff is maniac. No, but curious to hear your thoughts. I think it would go up in value, the OG, provided, I think especially if they're doing McLaren this year, as you're probably aware, there's different teams. If they do another team next year, you know, there's folks that are going to want to go back and, you know, get the ones they missed. I think that would drive the value on something like this, if you're into that sort of thing.
Honestly, I'm not into Technic, so like I know like they were pulling the sticker sheet. I don't even know why. I don't think I'd ever pick it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks all right.
Yeah. So just thought we'd share that because we've been big into race. What are your thoughts on 2 things, like personal thoughts on Speed Champs, even if it isn't for you? Love to hear your thoughts on Speed Champs, and then also, what do you think about the sort of rise in popularity from Lego YouTubers? Do you think Lego's just doing a better job of pushing it? Why is Speed Champs kind of having its moment right now, I feel like?
I mean, I love the Speed Champions theme. I don't own a lot of the cars. They all look insane. Lego does an amazing job with all the sets. I mean, for me, I didn't know that Speed Champions was doing that well. I know like there's such a different market for Speed Champions. Like I've seen people that just like cars get into Lego because of Speed Champions.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the theme is kind of limitless, and I love the cars. I own like 4 of them. I don't even know which ones they are, but I appreciate the theme. I just don't own a lot of the sets. So,
Yeah, and I think the building techniques. The first time I built a Speed Champ set, I was like, wow, this is. You wouldn't expect, I guess, like a car to have that like just different ways of building things upside down, a lot of snot stuff, the way they achieve some of the angles. Like I love when they use like the hinge pieces to kind of do like the hips of the cars and things like that. So yeah, I think just building them and also like since they are such a fun building experience, I think somebody that is only into Speed Champs just because they're into cars and then they kind of realize like, oh wow, like Lego in 2022 is like not what it was when I was a kid. So oh yeah, definitely reels in new fans for sure.
Lego's taking over the world. I feel like they own like every license, every IP, everything.
Yeah, no kidding.
What are some of your, we asked this too, what are some of your dream licenses that maybe they had
50
previous?
Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. All right.
What an answer.
Honestly, I feel like every license that I've wanted in Lego has already had, right? I don't think, I'm trying to think of something that I'd like to see in Lego that Lego hasn't made. Oh, you know, I'd love to see Family Guy in Lego, but we know Lego would never do it.
Man, that really would be great. I mean,
I'm
they
not
did
so much
Simpsons
into the wrestling
so
now,
like,
but I feel like a WWE play or something like that would be interesting too.
yeah, I mean, it's funny because you would
Like
think
at least
because
for the sakes, man. Imagine getting like retro Macho Man stuff, you know what I mean, or The Rock or Stone Cold, whatever
Dude,
era you grew up in. You know, it'd be kind of cool.
I mean, to BFAB's point, I would just love to have like a Peter Big Fig.
Yeah.
Like that, I mean, versus the chicken, and then you have like a beat up version, like a variant. Oh my god, that'd be so dope.
I don't know why they wouldn't do Family Guy. Like, obviously, I know like it's not Lego family friendly, but it's like the set would sell so well. Give us 118 plus Family Guy house. Give us the iconic sets or iconic scenes in the little set. Give us a one-off set. Sell it, and it will sell like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Sims people go nuts over the Simpsons stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know,
I feel like Simpsons is more tame, and I know Lego even got backlash when the Simpsons house first came out. People were like, oh my goodness, Lego's making inappropriate things, and you know, I know that it deals backlash for that. So I feel like if they did Family Guy, that would be insane backlash.
yeah.
You know?
Can you imagine just the buzz in the community and all the videos people would make, and it would be all over the place like the Butthole Tiger was if they were
100%.
oh my god, Lego's doing Family Guy. Like, can you imagine if they had like the Epicac scene and you just have like Peter or not Peter, you have Stewie and Brian just like throwing up Epicac, and they got like a variant of where it's like printed on them, they're just throwing up. There's so many things they could do.
Oh, 100%.
That would be 100% fire. One thing we do here is the hot list BFAB, where we kind of name the top 5 Lego sets or Lego related things of the week. Brent, do you want to give the criteria? It's usually...
I mean, the criteria kind of is that there is no criteria. It's not like
how we're feeling at that very moment, pretty much.
I mean, it's like not like these are the 5 best sets right now, or like the best value, or whatever. But just also more so just the relevance of them. But really, at the end of the day, it's just our opinion of just the 5. I don't know. It's our opinion of the 5 sets that we think are being talked about the most. Kind of. Yeah, it's more relevance than like these are the best. They have the best price per piece there. So, so it's very loose rules to this list. So,
all right, let's go with it. I gotta find a way to avoid spoilers with this because it's like
you don't want to bring up the number one.
Caught it. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
All right, good. All right, we did okay there. Let's get into our hot list for the week of 3/31, which is now April 1st, but not here in California.
There you go.
All right, coming in at number 5 this week, we got the Republic fighter tank.
Yep.
I like it. I'm hearing people kind of mixed on it. obviously the figs are fire, but I don't think the build's that awful. I'm not overly familiar with the subject matter because I'm not the biggest prequel fan, but it looks like the thing I saw in the movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And $40, I think that helps. I think if it was 50, which wouldn't surprise me.
I'm surprised it's not. I mean, what do you think in terms of the price on this BFAB? I'm very surprised it's not like $50.
I mean, for $40 and the minifigs you get, like the purple stormtroopers, they look amazing. You get Mace Windu with arm printing.
Best mace ever for sure.
For that reason alone, it's totally worth $40. Now, the build, like you guys were saying, is quite mediocre, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen from Lego Star Wars. So I feel like you're buying it for the minifigures, and then you just have the build kind of just thrown in there.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw someone make a meme where they put like the ATT like cannons that were like way too long for it. It was such a good like Photoshop though. I thought it was real. I was like, no way, are the cannons really that long like the ATT?
Nah, that's awesome. Max, your thoughts? Are you happy with this?
I'm happy to the point that it's at a good price point. Like you guys said, $40, 6 minifigs. And it has its flaws for the build, but I mean, you can't be too mad over the price point. Then you got to take into account when it goes on sale for what, 32.
32. It's gonna be 32. That's how we do our math here, BFAB. You're a sales specialist over there. You know this bad boy is gonna be 20% off within 2 months of release at Target.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it's gonna be definitely worth
I prefer to look at these things as 20% off immediately. So.
Yeah, I like it. I think the biggest factor when it comes down to the build of the thing is it's like
the gap for me.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's what is it really from? Like I guess like it looks like a mix between like the Battlefront version and the actual version from Clone Wars. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, like the minifigures, especially if you buy sets like mostly for minifigures, like it's still going to sell good regardless of if the build is.
Going back to the box art conversation we were having earlier, like shout out to the box art here. Like this is the stuff I love. Like I know 18 plus has its time and place, but I like this in this environment. And I will say, I think in recent history, as far as I'm concerned, this 2022, these waves in 22 have had some really fire box art. Like as far as
dude, I like the Batman box art
stuff
too. Yeah. Like the Batman box art, how it's got like it's just the black and red theme, and you can't see me because I'm blocked by the banner. It's cool. You guys have seen the set, but the Batman box arts, I like those a lot.
Cool. Moving on to number 4, the clones.
I missed out on them again. Again, I missed out on these.
Have you ever army build or here? I'll put you up here, Brent. I'll visit the bottom. It's all.
Oh, it's all good. You're all good.
There you go, Brent.
Hey, I'm at the top now. Nice.
BFAB, have you ever army built? I picture you army building like an army of Peter Griffins if they ever come out. Have you ever built army built?
No, I'm not that cool or that rich.
All right.
It's costly. It's definitely costly. I spent like when I did the math, and all I did was fill up a base plate of 501st Troopers, and when I did the math,
phone call for you, Brent.
A phone call. Oh,
got him.
Yeah, Max likes to flex. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, you have all of these. All right, yeah, okay. Jeez, but yeah, dude,
just coined you up. Wow.
My store hasn't gotten them since the first day they were out, and like literally the first time that they were back in stock was the worst. I had all of them in my cart, and I was looking for one more thing to get the gift with purchase. I add it to my cart. I go back to my cart. They're all gone. And then they came back in stock again, and that's kind of why they're back here on the lower end of the hot list, because they came back in stock again and literally just gone. Like I didn't even get a notification, I don't think. So yeah, man, these things are, and it's just one of those things where I don't think Lego anticipated that people really were going to go crazy on clones like this. So I don't know if they weren't just, it's not like the Dark Trooper sets where like, yeah, it goes on back order, but it comes right back. So I just think they underproduced them.
From the peripheral, like what do you think about what they have going on with these packs? Do you think it's overall a pretty cool thing? I do. I think it's pretty neat that they're giving some minifig packs like this.
Honestly, I missed the 4 minifigures, but I still remember when a battle pack was $10. So now seeing that, I think at like $12, $15, whatever that costs.
This one's $15 for the 3, yeah, and then a little build there, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting less minifigures. You're getting a very basic build. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because for like a year or two we didn't have any battle packs after the quote unquote 501st battle pack, which I mean a lot of people were upset about. So this gives people the ability to still army build for an affordable price. So I'm all with it, but I do miss the cheaper battle packs.
Yeah, I
I
even
also miss getting gas, not for $6 in California too. So,
yeah. Yeah,
dude,
no, I
it
hope
was like $1.30 to fill my truck. I didn't want to get into it.
Yeah.
Holy, yeah.
Well, and even the four figure battle packs now are 20. So it's like either way, it's like everything is.
It hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
Just
was
a
that bad.
just a little bit.
Max, agree with this placement here?
Yes, you know my thoughts.
Yeah.
My collection is starting to grow. We're up to
How many are we working
three
with now?
You have
We're on,
3?
we're on a subtle 3 count, but
All right.
Are we trying to fill up a basey? What's our
we're
stretch
filling
goal?
up the gunship. All the boys will be in the gunship.
All right, all
The
boys
the
coming to the
UCS one?
Oh yeah,
It's
filling
not
that boy up.
but it's not
not
minifigure
scale.
scale.
I don't care. I'm filling all the boys. They're gonna have a little party in the gunship.
Life of Lego said he's got
There's
10
life.
of them.
There he is. There's
There's
your
Hey,
life.
we were just talking crap about you, Matt. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was complimentary. I think BFAB might have been.
Yeah, I was. I was like, that Life of Lego guy.
Yeah. Shout out to Life, man, and again, good to see you back on the scene, man. I've commented on his videos. I'm really enjoying like this new stuff he's doing. So
Yeah, I just dislike all the videos and leave.
It's okay. That doesn't show dislikes anymore, so it's fine. He will never know.
No, I'm kidding. I like his stuff, so I'm glad he's back to posting.
I know you do deep down, or you wouldn't mess with him. So it's all good.
Yeah, him and I are homies. We're cool. So
number 3, this is mainly for me. I think this set it's been talked about quite a bit, and this is the OG BFAB with the cool wheels. I mean, it means nothing to you. You're not a Technic guy, but I'm telling you, investors, collectors, people who are into this stuff, this is the one they're after. And I love when weird shit like this happens, when things are pulled and cancel. And by the way, this has only been out a month, guys. So
yeah,
it'll be
long.
interesting to see what happens long term with this. We've covered it in detail. We don't have to spend too much time on it. Number 2. Trash compactor.
It's the figs. It's the figs.
I mean, it could maybe represent all 3 sets, but this has been talked about, covered a ton over the last week or so. I would say, guys.
Yeah.
I put this one because it's my personal fave, but I would probably say all the dioramas kind of belong
right
hype wise here. Interesting that they're doing what is it, April 26th, boys, on this one?
24.
Somewhere in there, but it's not April 1st is my point. But they're giving you a little bit of runway here. Speaking of which, BFAB, are you a Jurassic guy at all? Because later this month that diorama's coming out, same quote style. I think that thing's fire. The one.
So I have the massive gate set, and I love that set. It's just a beauty. You have the massive dinosaur, the gate, one of my favorite Lego sets. Yeah. So I can't wait for the diorama.
Yeah, I think before we move on from this one, I think the interesting thing will be, will every R2D2 now have this back print, or will it be exclusive to this? That's kind of the big question I was asking Max before while we were playing some MLB The Show earlier. Will every R2D2 now have back printing? I guess time will tell, but that being said, if every other R2 does have back printing, that'll just make that Dagobah R2 that much more special because it's got the back printing with the mud all over, and that figure just looks so good, I think. But yeah, I like the figs. I think the kind of bonus, like you look at the box art and you don't even like see that there is an R2D2 and a C3PO, and then you look at the back, they're
chilling on the back.
There's two other figs on
the fact that the BFAB, curious your thoughts on the play feature here. I don't know if we got into that earlier. I love that it smashes. I think that's cool.
Yeah, no, that's a little cool add-on.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, moving on. Number 1, we got to shout out the DeLorean, right? Especially for this week. We'll see where he ranks next week. I guess based on oh, thank you. All right. I need to get like a news brief sound effect to add to this.
Sports Center ticker at the bottom.
This just said you can still get one. So I I just know all the groups and across Facebook or wherever I'm in, Reddit, yada yada. There's gonna be a lot of whining when this is sold out, and it's like, guys, what are we? An hour and a half into this? Like, if you really wanted one, you could have got one.
Right. Oh yeah.
Lego is very fair with their inventory. I want to drive that message home. And again, if you think they're unfair, please don't collect literally anything else. You're going to be Jordan sell out in seconds, for example. Yeezys.
Oh, 100%.
That's if you can even get to the page where you can add to cart.
Yeah.
Lego is very fair. Sorry, it just aggravates me. Like you said, the entitlement. It's like, dude, if you want one of these, put in a minimum effort and you're getting one. So
yeah.
I've had some
shout out
sneak
to DeLorean. I mean, we've talked about BFAB. I didn't get your in depth on this. Do you love it? Is this something you're getting? Is this in your lane? What's happening with this one?
I will eventually get the DeLorean. Not that I have like some personal connection to Back to the Future. The car just looks amazing. And one thing that I do appreciate that Lego is doing, or that they're doing in this set, is we actually get minifigures. Like Lego missed out so many opportunities. Yeah. The James Bond car, some other cars to not include a minifigure. So I'm glad that Lego's finally listening to the fans. And then it's also rumored this year that we're finally getting a Speed Champions car with like a James Bond minifigure, which is insane. So I'm really excited about that.
I've heard rumors of a Fast and Furious Speed Champs car too, possibly. Yep. Yeah,
that's also correct. Yep.
Yeah. Which I would love to see that lead into a Paul Walker Supra, and then we get, we'll see though. We'll see.
That's the dream. All right. So another segment we do is weekly pickups. BFAB. I know you got your avatar there. So we usually kind of pick them up, hold them up if we have them. We'll start with Max. Any pickups this week, sir?
Yeah, I have a couple that I got.
He had a lot last week, so he might have a light week coming up.
We'll see.
Pulls out more clones. I hate you.
Technically, I did get more clones, but they're not with
BFAB only buys video.
First one, we got the Coles special.
Orange Supra.
Nice.
Lotus. Orange Supra. I used to drive one too. My grandma's.
Long story shafted me.
Yes, Shy.
Like, I mean, the box came like that. Like,
you're building it though, right?
I am building it, but
are you a Lego investor or are you a builder?
It kind of hurts when I open the box.
I know. We want to crisp you. We want to take the box's virginity, so to speak. We want to, crush that thing.
And then this is my first time dabbling with this, I guess, like line. But I got the
let's go.
The Harry Potter. Was it the Defense?
I like the black one. It stood out to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Bionicle.
Part of my favorite movie.
Low key.
Goblet of Fire. So
nice.
I had to get that, and especially with the new Moody fig.
Yeah, I have the other 4 books, so I need those 2 eventually.
Found another Battle Pack. Somehow I got this on sale already for, was it 16?
Sean always likes to talk about how I randomly have like random shit on hand anytime.
He does, man. Anything you mention, BFAB, he picks up. Watch this. Do you have a sausage piece nearby?
Oh, I keep that glizzy on me, son.
That's my favorite.
And the last one, I did get the Dark Trooper.
Bionicle is a trigger word for BFAB. What's up with you and Bionicle? What's going on?
The Bionicle community loves me, so
I know. I had it in my.
Max, you got the Dark Trooper. BFAB. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you agree this is the worst of the 3 releases of the new helmets?
Yeah, it's something.
Do you like the Luke and Mando?
I do. I like most of the Star Wars helmets. I don't care for the Dark Trooper one, but the other ones I do.
Trooper was trash too, I think. But
that one's okay in my book. I don't like it, but it's all right.
But I understand why Max did it. Max, I'm not shitting on you. I'm going to get that one eventually.
You got to complete the.
We're Pokemon. We got to catch them all. I mean, it's obvious.
Exactly.
All right. So cool pickups, Max. Great week for you. Brent, I know you were holding up some stuff.
So it's funny how Sean was talking about how like these unboxing videos are kind of boring. These other guys are doing more entertaining stuff.
Listen, I
literally filmed
you unbox anything. I think
I literally I haven't made a video in 2 months, so I literally filmed a Lego haul / unboxing video.
Yeah, and what's your excuse for not making videos the last few months? I'm kidding.
Well, no, yeah, everybody knows.
Just a newborn.
I'm dad lifing it up right now. and it's been awesome. Anyways, all right, so I'll start with the smallest, you know. So I got the gift with purchase, pretty cool set. Watch Josh build stuff review. It's cool. It's got 3 monkeys. It's pretty awesome. We've seen that set enough. Speaking of speed champs, all right, I held up my Lotus from last week. Now we're bringing in the Countach. All right, this set's awesome. We've talked about the Countach a lot. We love that set. Really, really cool building techniques. Beautiful car. Then we got the Aston Martin double pack, the dual pack, whatever you want to call these. Pretty cool set. And then we have probably the longest name ever. And in my video earlier, I made a joke about oh, I'll say that 5 times fast because I have the Mercedes AMG F1 W12E Performance and Mercedes AMG Project 1 double pack. So, and speaking of Formula One, I really, really love the Formula One car in this set. Super, super dope.
So you had no problem with the Pirelli wheels on that one. So it's interesting.
Oh, no way. Yeah. That's funny you mentioned that. That's yeah. It's weird. So the only Speed Champ set I don't have from the new wave is the Ferrari. So we'll get it eventually. And then speaking of the good old Monkie Kid, we got the Cloud. What is it? The Cloud Roadster. Yeah. Cloud Roadster. This set's super, super cool. What I really love is that it literally has cut this side box art is for this set strictly because these 2 figures literally only come in this set. The feature where you push it forward and the engine spin and everything, super awesome set. A little overpriced at $70, but it's about to retire. It literally says it's got the retiring soon badge beside it on the website or on the lego.com, so that kind of convinced me to buy it. But yeah, Cloud Roadster, and that's it. I got something else, but it's not Lego, so you probably don't want to see it. I'll show it next week, maybe.
Well, now that you let the cat out of it, I mean, BFAB, he's obviously proud of this other purchase, right?
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Listen.
wait.
Oh, the Cubs. Oh.
Did you want me to wait? Did you want me to wait?
I mean, it makes more sense next week.
Not for the exact reason why you got it, but cool Cubs jersey. Yeah.
Okay, but you know what's
little spoiler, little teaser.
You know what's really cool about this Cubs jersey? You guys ever seen Rookie of the Year? Henry Rowan Gardner, baby. And
is that an auto?
And it is signed by Thomas Ian Nicholas, certificate of authenticity. Boom. So really random item. I know it has nothing to do with anything we're talking about on this podcast. But I got it today.
I'm happy. I think it's cool. Now, was he in American Pie too?
Yes, same actor. Yeah, that's like the other big movie
guy
he's
with
known for.
Reed. All right, yeah, I recognize the name. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
right on. BFAB, I know you don't have anything to show and tell, but do you have any tell?
I have not bought anything in the last couple of weeks, so it just hasn't really been any clearance deals, and I don't really buy any Lego sets that aren't clearanced anymore. So,
gotcha.
Do you remember the last thing you bought?
Honestly, I think I wasted 2 hours of my life to get a stupid Mario set.
Nice.
And you hate the Mario set. I'm with you. By the way,
I complain about the Mario sets, but I have more than I'd like to admit. Like I have 14 Mario sets, just because they're always clearance down to 75% off, and I'm not going to pass on the 40 to 50% to 75% off on Mario sets. I'll bend for that.
Right.
It's worth it at that price point, but I will never pay full price for a Mario set.
I feel that.
I liked your video on the castle. Why couldn't they just give us a decent castle? I don't understand. And they seem like they only want to play in this $99, with the exception of the cube, which I liked. I think it's way overpriced. I bought it. But they could have given us $150 proper Peach Castle, right? We would have been fine with that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. People would have been content with that.
Yeah. All right. So here's my Legoland haul. I got the official bag.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a nice little tote there.
Little toteski, $2. Shout out to Legoland. I really
toteski
appreciate it. Item 1, the hat. The appropriate dad hat of Legoland. I had to represent a little bit of a sunshine in there. I don't know if you can see that. But
oh yeah, over the logo. Yeah.
I don't know if it peeks out. Admittedly, we got into some of the stuff this week, so I'm going to box it on a few.
Heard.
As you know, we have the bouquet, so we finally added.
Got the other 2 flowers.
Basically, my wife's semi into some of this stuff. She definitely likes this stuff. So we added this to our.
Yeah, there you go.
Bouquet. which was cool. And by the way, these aren't super easy to find. I mean, some of the some of this
Yeah, they surprisingly go in and out of stock sometimes, I've noticed.
A wild style for my daughter, which I think
Nice.
about because it's been in the bag, but wild style is kind of everywhere in the park. So we got our little minifig plushie.
There you
Shout
go.
out to wild style. What else?
Did you not get any
The
exclusive
only
sets?
missing stunts that we didn't have was the selfie, which I know Brent
Nice.
you're a fan of. So we got all the
You mean this right here that I have handy? Just like I have
you see
all
this
kind of
like
random
do you
stuff
follow
around.
your camera? Do you have an actual Lego store in front of you? What's happening over there?
It's just my room is just in chaos right now, and I'm about to move anyway. So I'm like, why organize it now? I'm about to move it all to another house.
Nothing crazy, but like I've passed on these a few times now. I had to get them. I'm only collecting Disney Brickheads. I'm keeping it pretty streamlined.
There you go.
The shirt print just kills me, dude. The outfits are pretty solid on these, so I had to get those. Let's see. What else is in here? Oh, out of nowhere, my daughter really wanted the RV, so we got the RV.
Nice.
Overpaid. As BFAB knows, this is an item frequently on sale. It was not on sale at Legoland, so
you can find that in the clearance aisle at Walmart for
20 on this one. Whatever. I thought it was cute that she loved it because there's a baby in there and it kind of represented her baby brother. I thought that was cute.
There you go.
Also, it's worth it for like what the $20 price point. It's a good set.
Yeah,
it's $4 more than it is at Walmart. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I have the ice.
You're paying $6 for a bottle of water. You really don't give a shit at that point.
Yeah, I have the ice cream truck. That's kind of I think I got it on clearance at Walmart for like $4 off, maybe.
Yeah.
So you didn't get any exclusive Legoland sets like you wanted?
Couple little things. Got her first little wallet, which I think is cute. She's starting to get into allowance and giving money. I thought that having her own money for stuff is cool. And we got a magnet set for the fridge. I don't remember seeing these at the Lego store. They're probably on one of those little racks somewhere, but I thought they were kind of cute, whatever that is.
Yeah, and you can customize.
We'll get into my exclusive and a GWP. They actually have GWPs at Legoland. I had no idea.
They do? I feel like they didn't when I was there for some weird reason. Maybe they just didn't at the time.
The one and only set that mattered there to me is this one. So.
Oh, so you found it. That was the one you were hunting
I wasn't
for, right?
sure. You can't really tell if this one's retired. I'm going to build two parts of this. I'm trying to get it in frame in reverse. I want the entryway and I want the dragon coaster. The rest will stay in a box, most likely.
There you go.
But yeah, I was glad to see they had this. I didn't have to pay like aftermarket for it. I'm a theme parks guy, BFAB. We mentioned that earlier, so I kind of had to get that one. And then gift with purchase. Didn't know till I was there. Spend $200, get you this.
Ooh, I saw they brought that back recently.
Yeah, I think some of the stores had it, but yeah.
Well, I think like
this is my second or third one. I might have three of these now, but yeah. So I'm gonna crack one, and now that I have multiples, I'm gonna
crack as well. Yeah. Well, I think .com was doing it like if you bought a modular.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yep. Okay. There you go. I knew it was something. It wasn't like a certain price point. It's like you buy a modular. Here you go. Well, it's like also it should have came with a boutique hotel when it came out, but it came out like a couple weeks later or something.
Yeah, so that's my sort of official haul from Legoland. I think it was just over 2 for everything. I wanted to hit the GWP.
There you go.
So we did that. The big shop, which is the big store there, incredible. Honestly, I mean they had damn near everything. No like super juicy retirement stuff. The one thing I picked up earlier in the day, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna come back and do all this later. And I put down was the Spider-Man with the Venomized. I put that down, and I went back later, and I didn't have any.
Oh, dude, yeah, you should have.
I have Venomized 3-pack. I know I should have just grabbed it, but I was like,
one. They're really
I wanted to put that towards the GWP, so I was like, all right, I'll come back and put that 15 toward. I went to find one at the end and Gonski. So
yeah, that pack's really dope, and it's probably gone forever unless you find them in like a place
They
like
were just
Legoland
on
or
.com today for like 2 seconds. You know how that goes.
dang, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one of those figure packs going quick. Maybe that should have been on the hot list.
Yeah. So that's this week's weekly pickups. BFAB, I don't know how much time you have left, but one more thing we wanted to get into before we send it home is we are running a Lego March Madness tournament. Are you familiar with this format?
Is that like the bracket thing or whatever?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have the final rounds. If you want to hang for that, we'd love to have you. But I understand if you got stuff to do. But we're gonna get into the finals of our Lego March Madness tournament.
No, I'll listen. I'm here.
Right.
Yeah,
on.
it's just it's
Are you able to drive on that since you have? I just thought about that. You have
I
the
have it up.
website.
Yeah.
Max can pull it up, I'm pretty sure, right? But yeah, we're down to like the last
Set it up. I mean, you missed the hard part. They went through how many matchups? 32 matchups last week.
Well, yeah, because when we first talked about it, Sean was like, let's just do like 32 sets, like current sets you can buy.
The real tournament's 64 BFAB. I don't know if you're familiar, but the real tournament has 64 teams. So
Exactly.
I was like, let's pare that down. And basically the criteria is sets that are still available, non-retired stuff on the shelf that you can get. And so we took 64, randomized it, made a tournament. As far as how we determine winners, it's tough because there's a lot of $300 sets, as you'll see, or whatever, and up mixed with a couple $20 sets. But really, we're just looking like overall value, how much we like it.
Yeah.
Trying our hardest not to consider price kind of thing. But this is where we're at. And with the tournament going on, we wanted to do a tie-in. And that's basically where we're at.
Yeah. I think are we down to the last 8, Max, or the finals, the Sweet 16?
The final 8.
Oh yeah, okay. So we only have four matchups, and it's cool. All right, so the first one,
7 yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, so let's go over the teams that are sets, basically teams that are left. If you want to zoom in on that round, Max. But
Oops. 1 second. I'm trying to get the. Can you see it now? Or
I can see it. Can you zoom in? There you go. So we have the UCS gunship. I forgot it was even still in the running, versus the $40 tumbler, the Disney Castle versus the Treehouse.
Can we show, just to show our mentality here? Can we stop at the tumbler and show BFAB some of the sets that the tumbler's taken out? And BFAB, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this.
The tumbler's journey.
Tumbler. We're big fans, especially for the price point and the quality.
Right.
But there's the journey. I mean, it knocked out Hogwarts Castle.
The Hogwarts Castle. That was a little bit of an upset, So
Yeah, I would have voted for Hogwarts all the way, but I like the tumbler. It still looks good. So
yeah. Well, so basically
we were just saying for $40, that's the main thing. Is like it's an unbelievable set for the price. We think.
No, and I love that. I love that Hogwarts set too, and I definitely want to get it before it retires, 100%. But every year in March Madness in the real life basketball tournament, there's always some crazy upset, like some big school like Duke will lose to a really, really low seed, and it's this big thing. So we had
Memphis, Arkansas Tech, or something.
Yeah, we had to have a few upsets in here. So it beat the Castle to get there, and then before the Castle, it beat the X-Wing, the current new
minor
X-Wing.
upset, I guess. On that one.
Yeah,
it's kind of a toss-up. Yeah.
Well, because the thing about that is the X-Wing has really good figs, but so does the tumbler, especially with the two heads for Batman. So me and Max are big fans of that, and it was just me and Max doing these last week. And if me and Max agreed on separate things, then the chat would basically decide what was going to win. So
we got 4 voters here this week. BFAB, we want your opinion on these matchups. If there is a 2-2 tie, we'll go to the chat to be the tiebreaker on the matchups. We still need to decide.
So first one is UCS gunship, and wait.
Those are the 4 options.
Oh, these are the 4 options. So we got 501st Battle Pack going against with Winnie the Pooh, and Diagon Alley going against the
Winnie the
Monkey
Pooh put in work. I mean, let's look at
I was surprised.
Winnie the Pooh.
I was surprised, yeah.
Went through Sonic, which I think everyone would agree is fair.
Beat the big boy tumbler.
And I think part of that was because we had the other tumbler.
Well, and the big boy tumbler is kind of just a remake of the one they had 6-7 years ago. So that kind of had another thing to do with it. Winnie the Pooh's got the exclusive figures and the new molds and things. And
Another
then
interesting development is Monkie Kid City of Lanterns, which we all think, BFAP, curious your thoughts. I think City of Lanterns is a fire set, but it got taken
Yeah.
out by Digon. But because of the matchups, the Secret HQ, which is the boat, I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
Yep.
The cargo boat. That ended up squeaking through just because it had a favorable matchup, but we all
Exactly.
think that City of Lanterns is probably the superior set here.
Same.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a
And-
miniature Ninjago City Gardens.
all right,
To
go
a,
on, Brent.
to a certain
All right.
to a certain extent. So and then I think there was a couple more at the bottom, but we'll get to them. It's all good. We can go ahead and get this first matchup
Oh, yeah,
going.
You're right.
What
Black
else do we have? Oh yeah,
Cantina.
UCS Falcon, and I just was speaking of Ninjago City Gardens going against the UCS Falcon. Cantina. Oh, this is a tough one. Cantina and Medieval Blacksmith. Two amazing sets. That's going to be a tough one to decide. Playscale AT-AT and Daily Bugle. And then the French Central Perk and UCS AT-AT. I love those sets a lot.
You just like how wacky it is, BFAB. I thought you'd appreciate that. I mean, some of this stuff doesn't make any sense. How
No, it makes zero sense because it's
like,
all
I'm all for it.
100% disagree that Friends Central Perk beats the Saturn V in any way, but like, you know, it's how the cookie
Hey.
crumbles.
Listen, the French Central Perk is like one of the best selling like sets ever, I think. So or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
love-
correct. Yep.
That Saturn V though is the best deal on a Lego set probably of all times in my
No, it's
opinion. But
yeah.
what is it, 120? And the thing is like the size of
120.
a
It's
person.
one of the tallest sets ever made, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. UCS Gunship versus the Batman Tumbler. Batman Tumbler has just kind of had a lot of upsets.
Oh yeah. And
I'm still sticking Tumbler because you know the Gunship. You gotta talk about everything. The value, the figs.
hey, I'll tell you one thing. The Tumblr's got the better
These two figs
figs.
are better than the,
Yeah.
the UCS figs. And
Yeah, I'm Tumblr all the way.
Tumblr's got the better
Wow.
figs.
All right. Well,
for
BFAB.
sure.
It sounds like a unanimous. We're gonna go with the Tumbler. Tumbler works its way. So is Tumbler in the final four now or Elite Eight?
Eight,
Elite.
I think.
Okay.
Elite.
All
Okay.
right. OG Disney Castle, not the mini build, BFAB versus the
Treehouse.
Creator
Yeah.
Expert Treehouse. What do you?
Disney Castle all the way.
Same.
Same.
I love the treehouse,
Castle.
but it's gonna be a pretty easy sweep
right.
here. Clean
Working
sweep.
that through. 501st versus Winnie the
Winnie
Pooh.
the Pooh.
This is interesting. It's very interesting, this one.
See, I'm all for Winnie the Pooh just because of the minifigures and like nostalgia reasons.
Yeah.
Same.
Two Winnies. What do you think, Max?
We got two battle packs coming up here. This is gonna be interesting.
Maybe. What do you think, Max?
Complete set. I would have to say Winnie the Pooh, but
Oh,
the first pack did have a big impact on the community. So I don't know.
Yeah, all
going-
things considered here, BFAB. Are you sure? Like even measuring how big it was and how it sold out and all.
You know,
that?
the funny thing is, so like I'm even friends with
Ooh.
Ryan. I don't even own a 501st battle pack. So
yeah.
You don't have your own autographed M&R battle pack.
no, I'll send one to his house. I'm kidding, Ryan. That's a joke. Okay, don't get pissed off.
Oh my God.
All right,
Well,
so it sounds like me and BFAB are firmly Winnie here.
I'm going 5-0. Are you going 5-0?
Max is
Max?
waffling a little. Max, you could end this, or we can go to the chat. What do you want to do here, bud?
I mean, I do have 7 501st battle packs, and I don't own the Winnie the Pooh set. Technically, my sister does. Let's put it to the chat. I'll go 5-0.
Will's got 5-0. So if you got 5-0, then it's
Well, hold on.
splits.
That's one. Let's let the gang weigh in. Chill out.
Well, what do you guys think? 5-0 first, or would you rather have Winnie the Pooh?
We'll give it a minute.
Oh,
I think it's really tough. Like at the end of the day, like
No.
you're gonna have more
That brings
fun.
up great points, though. I mean, like something everybody has always wanted: unique takes on minifigs, more of a complete set.
It is more of a complete set.
But I know
It's-
501st was a beast. I feel like it's already peaked though, but I think it's going to pick up close to retirement. We are a Star Wars sort of focused show normally. We got two
we got
501st,
two
another-
5-0s.
We got another 30 seconds, and there's only 8 in the chat right now, so this might be how it goes.
What if we get two winnies in the next like 10 seconds, and then we're just split across the board?
I'll flip a Captain America shield piece, maybe. We'll do that.
Oh no! If we don't get any more votes, it's 501st.
10,
Young
9,
Wings are be slaughtered in the
7,
next round.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 501st.
I just won a 505050 battle pack. Shout out Rich Boy J.
Sorry, BFAB.
I thought you're good.
Digon versus the secret HQ.
Digon.
Digon.
If Digon beat, we talked about it earlier. If it beats City of Lanterns, we got to go Digon.
Yeah, 100%. It might be the best Harry Potter set of all time. Maybe.
This one's interesting. Again, you got to consider
this
price.
Is so tough.
All
this is
that
so
stuff.
Tough. I love both of these sets.
It's tough. This is probably the toughest matchup, honestly.
I'm biased, but I'm gonna go Cantina.
Yeah, I'm with Cantina this time.
Ooh. Well, what do you think, Max? I mean, Sean. This is so tough.
I think I'm gonna go Cantina for one reason. I feel like because that Castle 3-in-1 is still available, that gives enough of a vibe that the Blacksmith provides. There is nothing like the Cantina out there, and it's probably the best MBS Star Wars set ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, well,
by a wide margin. I think a lot of those MBS sets are trash, and this one is anything but. And you're getting Brent, your major minifigs. Is it 21 or 23 you're getting in there? And half of them
Max has built it. You know, Max.
Max was at 21, 23 figs, and half of them I want to say are exclusive.
Yeah.
Good amount of exclusives. Yeah, it's Cantina.
Making it a sweep. I know. Great showing from the Blacksmith.
Medieval Blacksmith is so good. UCS Falcon.
Hey, if you made it this far, you're a good set. BFAB, your observations is everything that's made it this far. Do you feel like they all kind of make sense in a weird way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with all the winners so far.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. See, this is where it gets hard because. How the hell does anyone stop the Falcon?
Yeah, this is an easy Falcon choice. City Gardens is a great set, but it's a very easy Falcon choice. But you got to remember the other two big UCS sets are right here in this round too. Still, so
here's Will with the key data here. So 21 fig 6 exclusive.
Oh, I feel like I had more than 6. That's still a lot, though. That's still a lot. Well, you get three of the band members, bandmates, whatever they. Yeah, so.
I'm going Falcon Max.
Yep,
Falcon. It's gotta be Falcon.
BFAB, you want to make it a sweep here?
I'm also with Falcon on this one.
Yep.
T-Mog says Gardens.
Gardens for the win.
Gardens. Sorry.
Right.
Take the L.
It's got to be Gardens. I mean, not Gardens. It's got to be Falcon. Gardens is cool. Playscale AT-AT is great, but I think we're all gonna go Daily Bugle right here.
Daily Bugle's a beauty.
Daily Bulge.
It was my set of the year last year, BFAB. Your thoughts on that being the set of the year for 21?
Oh, it's totally justifiable. So.
Yeah. So what was up against that? God, there were some hitters. What was it? Titanic? I mean, for me, Daily Bugle beat a lot last year. What was the one that I was struggling with? I guess the UCS AT-AT was another monster, obviously. But the Bugle brought me so much joy. All right. Friend Central Perk.
Listen,
Brent, plead your case, dude. You got 3 jury members here. Okay. I'd love to see how this works.
Listen, okay. I already know that the UCS AT is gonna win this round, but I'm gonna vote for Central Perk. I want to see
you squirm first, though.
I'm gonna vote for Central Perk right now because look, okay, I got an empty box of it right here. All right, listen, this is a beautiful representation of the set. All right, you have 1,070 pieces for $60. I mean, this is the best price, like show set that we've got. The Seinfeld's $80 seems a little bit overpriced. Queer Eye's 100 seems a little bit overpriced.
It is a tremendous value. That is
tremendous value.
That is
7 minifigs.
It's better than the apartment set for sure.
Right. 7 minifigures, okay, which are all exclusive to this set, by the way, aside from the keychains. I don't know. It's really cool, but the box is better than the AT-AT. I don't know. I'm just looking for stuff to say now.
Wait. You said the box is better than the AT-AT box?
On the outside. The AT-AT's got cool stuff going on the inside, but yeah. I don't know. I love this set. I'm voting for it, but I already know it's going to lose between even if it's a split. Even if Max also says Central Perk.
Who's already hovering? BFAB. You want to put
I,
it to rest?
I was
here?
about to say I'm voting for Friend Central Perk. It
Oh.
has
Go
so much more
BFAB.
value.
Let's go,
And even though
BFAB.
I like the AT,
Value matters. That's true. And dude, I mean, what was it? 3 years ago at this point when it came out, though, that thing was the hottest item in
Yes.
the market. So you
it's
got
such
to
an
BFAB.
iconic set. It got so many people in the Lego, and like Brett was saying earlier, it was like a
my
number
wife
one
into
seller
it.
for
That's
Lego.
true.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
wife. That's the biggest set she's ever built, start to finish, all by herself. So I mean, there's something
Yes.
for the crossover appeal. God, we're gonna put this up to a vote. All right, so we got two. Oh no, wait. Yeah, two and two.
2 for
Uh,
Central. Wait, Max, did you say AT-AT?
Yeah, he said AT.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
you
AT&T.
mother
I'm going
trucker.
AT, even though I'm a big.
God, come
You
on,
know what?
chat.
Actually,
They're two good
once
sets.
you
I don't
mentioned that it
know.
was only 60, for some reason I thought it was 70 or 80.
No.
Changing it, I'm going friends. No need for chat. We're going friends.
Let's go.
You do get a lot, and the fact
What
that
an
those
upset.
all
St.
all
Peter's
still.
into the final 8.
That's crazy because we're getting AT-ATs
You
in
see
the
how we
chat.
do this? We have no methodology. BFAB things can be explained and sold. You know, it's
Oh, 100%.
I love how Will said, Brent, no one ever told you life was gonna be this way.
clap, 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 clap. I like it. All right, the Tumbler versus the big Disney Castle. Man, if Tumblr was against anything else, I would probably push it through because that is just
Yeah.
a phenomenal
Way to
$40
lose.
set, and I can't wait till it hits 32. But and it hasn't yet, by the way. Shout out to that Tumblr. I haven't seen it on any kind of sale
That's
because it
nice,
sells
man.
out. Yeah,
That's nice. I like it.
it's a
I have
gorgeous
not
set.
seen
I
it.
think it's hilarious that
Oh.
that thing smoked the $230 version, but that's a story
Yeah.
for another
I know.
time. I have to go Disney Castle. I don't really have a choice here.
I do
I'm with
too.
you on that. Yeah, it's
Yep.
too beautiful. Like, if you
Mhm.
step in a room and you see the Disney castle, it's a conversation starter.
Yeah, 100%. My 6-year-old stepdaughter has it displayed in her living room, her bedroom, and anytime her friends come over, it's always like a whoa. So
And the chat, it was all pro Tumblr. I wanted to see the Tumblr Cinderella all the way to the finals, but you ran into
had a great run.
You ran into Duke, North Carolina, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
Right. Oh yeah.
all right, 501st versus Diagon Alley. Now, a couple key things to remember. This isn't what you're getting for free tomorrow. This is, the value, the hype,
This is
everything.
real life.
Stay right here.
Everything. BFAB, it's hard, right? We're talking about was it 30 on the, or is it 40 on the battle pack? I forget.
30.
Yeah, I already forgot.
30 versus is it 400 on the Diagon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So try your best to throw that aside.
I'm still for Diagon Alley all the way. It's too attractive.
Like attractive Lego
Top 10
YouTubers.
most attractive. All right. Now I'm gonna say right now, Diagon has been a sleeper, I think, for everyone. I think it had a lot of heat when it first came out, but people haven't really talked about it, and I don't think that's deserved. I think Diagon should get more respect, and we're seeing it develop in this tournament, which I think is an interesting development. It's always kind of hanging out at the store, and I'm always like, should I get it now? It's got a little bit of time.
It's
I
dope,
do want
dude.
it. It's dope. It's just so much other shit's in the way.
I'm looking at it right now. It's awesome.
All right, official votes. Brent, what do you got?
This is a really, really tough one, but I'm going to stand by what I said earlier. There's been a lot of Star Wars sets come out in our lives, and I don't think the 501st Battle Pack might be in the
Chad is all
conversation.
501st, by the way. So,
all right, the 501st Battle Pack might be in the conversation for the best Battle Pack of all time, but I think that Diagon Alley might be one of the best, if not the best, Harry Potter set of all time. I'm with BFAB. I'm going Diagon as well. Sean, it's all weighing on you right now.
Max, you went 501st officially?
501st.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
sticking with my gut.
Chad is with 501st, so it's literally all on Sean right now.
Diagon.
Oh.
Heartbreak.
Hey, listen, the 501st Battle Pack, it's awesome for a lot of reasons.
Hell of a run. And I really didn't want it to be a showdown with high price sets,
Oh,
but
shoot.
Oh
end of
my
the day-
god, look. Oh my god.
oof.
Oh, that's such a hard one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is what I live for. This is why we're doing this tournament. What a wacky matchup. Now,
Getting choked up over here over this one.
again, setting
Oh.
price aside, guys, best we can. You're not getting it for free.
I'll save us some time. I'm going
You
UCS
got it
Falcon.
for free. What?
Well, no, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm saying
Oh,
that
yeah,
because it's
okay.
like your natural inclination is like, more expensive. You know, I don't know. I'm just reminding everyone. God, that canteen is so fire, though.
I'm going UCS Falcon 100%. It's my favorite set of all time.
Oh, Will's 501st. We riot. Hey, man, it ran up against a monster.
It did. It did.
Digon. I apologize.
Digon is really, really good set.
I let that battle pack go as long as I could. I couldn't do it anymore. And I'm not a prequels guy, remember? So we did well there. Shit. Brent, you went Falcon, saving the time. Brent, Max, your thoughts? I'm gonna go last. Sorry.
Fun.
It's hard. I have both.
You love both. I know
I love both.
you've built both, have both.
Both have done wonders for my TikTok.
Yeah.
But given the fact that
Here's Will.
it's a panty, it's like a drop of panty.
This is how
dropper.
you're feeling, Max. Let's read this one. Cantina and Falcon are both great. I refuse it. It's like picking which child starts.
starves.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go
God.
Falcon. I think it's tough, but it's Falcon.
All right.
Two Falcons. Two for the
BFAB,
money.
are we gonna need to see my vote or no? Are we going
Two for the
Falcon or
money,
Cantina
three
here?
for the.
So I'm gonna go with Falcon,
Let's
though
go.
it is
Alright.
such a difficult choice right now. But the
Yeah.
Falcon's just amazing. So
Yeah. Favorite set ever.
All right, my vote doesn't matter. But if people were curious, I was going Falcon.
Let's go, baby. Clean
Very
sweep.
tough, though. Very tough.
Yeah.
It's just that Falcon so GD epic.
Oh, Daily Bald Central perk.
oh, this is easy. Daily Bugle all the way.
All day, every day. It's not even close.
All right. I'm still voting
You?
Central perk
All right, I
just
like it.
because. But I know Daily Bulge is winning, so. Still with the Central perk shit, though.
Was this final four?
Final four?
Final four. Here we go. We're working it down here.
Oh,
Wait, when did the UCS Star
Ooh.
Destroyer go away?
it went away in like the second round.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, it was against the UCS AT-AT, I believe.
Against the Butte.
Oh, the Bug took it out. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, makes sense.
Fair.
BFAB, you agree with that? The Bugle's better than the Star Destroyer?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Here we go. Final four.
Ooh,
Disney Castle
this
versus
is
Hang On Alley.
tough.
Shit.
That's tough. That's tough.
I'm going
tough.
Disney Castle.
Same
I
here.
feel like
I'm
it's
gonna
such
get right
a-
off the rip. Yep. I just have
I can
more
mix
ties to it, guys. You know,
I have to
I
go Castle.
want to get
too.
into Harry Potter real bad. I'm not into it yet. I respect it. I love the color palette. I think it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. Here's the deal. If the Diagon Alley had a back, and it wasn't dollhouse style, it would win, but it doesn't.
The Disney
And-
Castle's dollhouse style. What do you
I
mean,
know.
Sean?
I know. I'm trying to give you a tiebreaker, sir. I'm well freaking aware that it doesn't have back to it. I just used the F. But
I know, I'm just
no,
being. I'm just being a little rascal.
I think BFAB put it best. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Not the Diagon isn't, but the presence, the fact that what are we on, guys? 5-6 years on this set.
It's been going since 2016.
It's not
So, yes.
fading. It goes in and out of stock still.
Yeah,
I'm a Disney freak. I don't have a choice here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm pulling for some of your shit here, but like Disney Castle for me, dude, for sure.
Yeah, I'll go Disney Castle. Even though I love Diagon Alley, we'll just give it a clean sweep.
Disney Castle in the
It's-
final round.
It's gonna be like
Max, did you say Castle too?
Yeah, Castle.
Okay, my bad. All right.
Mm.
Falcon
ooh, I got.
versus Bugle. This is
I'm-
a tough one.
I'm just gonna save time and go Falcon because it's my favorite set of all time. So I feel like I can't vote against it.
I'm gonna go Bugle just because I'm a huge Marvel fan.
Respectable.
I'm going Bugle to split it unless Max.
Ooh, leave it up to the chat, Max.
If he leaves us to the chat, it's going to go Falcon. We lean Star Wars here. BFAB, but I'm sure you're not
Maybe.
like that
I don't know.
disappointed. Well, maybe. Well, we'll see.
I mean, given the fact that we do have some people in here, I'm gonna split it, but it's hard not to say Bugle because
Well,
of
then
all
say
the
it
stuff.
if
Yeah,
that's
no.
what your heart feels.
Yeah,
Say it.
don't
'Cause
listen to
if
me.
it goes to the
It hurts, but
Say
You know,
would
if
have
you're
to say
saying
Bugle.
Falcon, it's Falcon. The whole chat's already Falcon. So by doing
Bugle.
that,
Bugle for me, because all the factors that go into it, all the
wow.
Easter eggs, figures, price point,
You're weak, Max.
size of
You're
the.
weak.
BFAB, would you consider this an upset? I think it is.
I mean, I'm all for the Bugle winning, so.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Shit. 3-1, Brent.
All right. Well, at least now.
We had an
Good.
interesting final.
Okay. So before
Oh,
we
this is easy for me.
before we decide the winner of the Lego March Madness 2022, sorry. Well, some of these sets are from 2021. I just want to say that none of the UCS Star Wars sets made it to the championship game. I'm surprised. Close. Came
They
close.
I think it's because
You're trying
at
to be
the end of the
fair.
day, maybe they're not as fun. Oh, Will's rioting over here. So we gotta. Sorry, Will.
Dude. Hey, Will, I know, dude. I'm crushed. The UCS Falcons.
Hey, listen, we run this back next year. You still could potentially have the Falcon out there.
It's
We
true.
know the gunship will be back. You know, maybe we'll
Yeah.
start loving that out of
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
All right. Before we head into the finals, here's some more analysis. I feel like the UCS AT somehow got the shaft somewhere in here, like because that's a badass set, and I feel bad that not everyone could make it.
We decided what beat the
This could be
AT-AT.
Disney's last hurrah with this castle. BFAB, have you seen a set last? What's the longest lasting set? You've been around a lot
I
longer.
would say the
Death Star was-
2008 Star Wars Death Star lasted from 2008 to 2016. So
Yeah.
until they had
All
the
right.
new re-release. So
But this is similar, right? We got to give credit to the longevity of the
Yeah.
castle. Yeah. All right. Boys,
All right.
here we go.
The final
Disney
shabam.
Castle versus the Daily Bugle. I will say I'm a little disappointed that we're looking at two $300 and $350 sets respectively, but it bees that way sometimes. And I would have loved to seen the tumbler sneak in, but it went up against the freight train in Disney
The
Castle.
girthy boys just
The Girth Boys finale. Here we go.
Just
Will
the
Harper
champions.
weighing in. We might need that vote. He's got Bugle. BFAB, you said it's easy. Let's get yours first.
Oh yeah, Disney Castle all the way. I love the Bugle. I love Marvel, but I don't think there's a lot of sets that could compare to the Disney Castle.
And by the way, one more thing for the Disney Castle. If this thing was to come out in 2022, that is not a $350 set. Does everybody agree with that?
Mm,
I'm saying it's a great value, is what I'm saying. I think that's 400. If it released tomorrow, it'd be 400 with the new with inflation and all
Yeah.
that shit.
yeah.
So to me, that helps. I'm still torn. I'll be honest though.
So we got
We got one officially from BFAB.
officially for Disney. What do you? Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna Bugle. I'm gonna
Okay.
All right.
You-
I mean, like, look, Max put that bat past some of his first love, the Star
going-
Wars.
I'm going
put my
last.
bias aside.
All right, we'll let Brent go last on this one. Shit.
Sorry, Sean. I had to put you under pressure because I don't know.
That bugle just does something for me though. Like,
You're fancy. Come on.
well, I just the 5,000 figs and the damn. I'm looking at it in the corner right now. It's and the big sign at the top, and
It's 3 feet tall too.
it's so goddamn girthy.
I'm going Disney Castle.
All the Easter eggs inside.
Whoa, you already jumped the gun?
I'm going Disney Castle
You're
because
gonna make me do that.
listen, I'm going to tell you why it's Disney Castle for me because I've built it. I know it doesn't have the near amount as amount of figs or anything, but like the building experience was really fun. I think the 5 figs that do come with it are all really, really good. And
T-Mog, anything's better than these. Jin Urso buildable fig is better.
oh my god. Yeah, I should have put that in the race. Actually, no, I didn't put the Jin Urso fig in here because it would have just won automatically.
I hate to be predictable here, but god damn, it's so majestic. Disney Castle. I have to do it. It's
Let's
just
go.
So
I wanted the Falcon to
such a
win, but
stunner. Disney Castle, winner of the first ever Couple of Brickheads. Lego March Madness tournament for 2022. Will it be back to defend the title? BFAB, do you think this will last another year, or what are we doing here?
No, 100%.
You think it'll still be on shelves next year?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yep.
Any chance we can get the Sleeping Beauty castle, or I'm sorry, the Cinderella castle from Disneyland? And what are your thoughts on what's going on there? We've got the Disney castle and the railroad. Do we think we're going to get any more like large scale Disney stuff? I know the railroad didn't do well.
I think every year you can probably expect a larger Disney set.
But we haven't got one for 3 years.
I mean, we got the Frozen Castle last year, right?
Yeah.
Good point. I'm talking parks, I guess, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Like, you imagine a monorail set. Everyone's been wanting the airport monorail. You know,
Yeah.
Could we get the Disney monorail? That'd be cool. We always talk about would you be down for a haunted mansion or something like that?
I know a lot of people I've talked to have wanted a haunted mansion, so I guess time will tell what we get, but I feel like every year we're gonna get a massive Disney set. So
all right. Well, there it is. The Disney castle wins.
Castle wins.
Any regrets, Max, on this one?
I think it was Will who commented earlier. Like, if there's a reshuffle, some of these answers would have been way different.
Oh yeah,
Like the AT-AT got shafted in first.
dude, I had to shuffle the seating like 3 times because there was just some weird matchups.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there were some good matchups. Like, was it the Cantina and what was the?
dude, the Cantina was in great matchups all the way through. I feel like.
Yeah, like the bottom half was like, one side of it was like really like heavy, then the other side was pretty even. But
Right.
Cantina definitely had the toughest road. I think that's probably the tournament MVP. If I had to,
Yeah, that and like the
we're gonna
medieval
get weird with
blacksmith.
it.
Medieval blacksmith's so good. Going up against the Cantina is tough, but
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I'm happy with it. So, BFAB, thanks for sticking around. We're glad you got to see the finale of this weird randomized tournament we did. But
yeah, no, I'm glad to be here. So
no, I appreciate it. I totally told him an hour and a half earlier, and it's been like,
well, we're at 2 hours. So
well, yeah. So I really appreciate you sticking around, man.
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
Cool. Any closing thoughts from you guys? Anything we missed before we take her home for the evening?
Just thanks again to BFAB for sticking around for this long 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, no, I think
I'm glad to be here. It's nice chatting with all of you guys. So
no, you've been awesome, dude, and hopefully we can have you back sometime.
I'm down.
Are you a convention goer, BFAB?
I will probably be at Brickworld Chicago. I go to conventions here and there. I've been to like 3 or 4 conventions. So
Okay.
Cool. Well, we might have some news on that. Stay tuned. It's gonna be
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah. Max, any closing thoughts? I know I noticed you have a new little backdrop on you on this weekend.
Well, yeah, I had to move my setup because currently I get.
Apparently, what, you had girls over? Oh, okay. I see.
You muted yourself. Currently, what? I don't know. You said, Max.
Whoops. But yeah, the canteen is taking up my other desk
Oh, heard.
with my hide and seek videos.
For all your hide and seek series.
But yeah, so I had to move desk.
Very nice.
Brent, before you get to your closing thoughts, huge congrats to you, sir. I'm gonna do a little personal stuff, but you closed on your house this week.
Yeah.
So congrats, big deal there.
Yeah.
It's a
Super excited.
Big moment. You are now a homeowner. You've got your 2 kids, lovely little family, and I can't wait to once you're in there, we're gonna see that new Lego room set up. It looked give me a little behind the scenes. You got quite a bit to play with there.
Oh yeah, I got like basically it's a 3-bedroom house, but there's basically a 4th bedroom.
Another half a house for your Lego room downstairs.
There's a 4th bedroom in the basement basically, but the basement's pretty spacious. So
you're underselling it. You got a bedroom down there, but you also got a living room down there too. So it's pretty.
Well, we'll see how much of it I can take over with my collection. How much of it Jennifer.
Fair enough.
So we'll see.
No, but huge shout out. You're having a hell of a couple months. The new baby, new house, dude. So happy for you, man. That's tremendous.
Oh yeah.
And as for me, no plugs, no updates. Just keep coming back, guys. We're having a lot of fun here. And BFAB, so great to meet you, dude. was everything we thought it would be, and we gotta follow up, and then also top 10 attractive Lego YouTubers.
Yes.
I mean, listen, we can do it on our stream, but the quality and care you put into your videos. I mean, if you're taking a crack at it, I'd sit back and watch you do it because I think it would be tremendous. So.
As much as I'd love to do it, and I always joke about doing it, the reason I haven't done it is one, because let's say I put like women on there, I'll get canceled. If I put guys on there, just a bunch of top 10 attractive guys, I'll be looked at weird. So that's why I've always kind of debated doing it, you know?
What if you mix
Yeah.
them both, though? I mean, that's very in right now.
I mean, that's kind of the predicament that you run into, though, because like there are now attractive females in the Lego space. So if I were to put them there, people will
And they're
twist
beaten by a man in the
everything.
finals. Well, here's the thing: you bring up another conundrum. So let's say you mixed the sexes, so to speak, and you got guys and gals in your top 10, but then you name a dude as number one, you're gonna catch shit. If you name a girl as number one, then you're a simp, right? It's kind of tough.
Oh yeah, no, I won't win. So let's say if I mentioned like a female Lego community member that was attractive, I would get constant comments like, "Oh, BFAB, you're into this person. BFAB, you're into this person." And then if I like mention guys, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? BFAB, are you straight?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," but like I won't hear the end of it. That's the one reason I haven't done it. I know I've joked about it a lot, but that's one reason I haven't done it, because I'll offend somebody.
All right,
It's
let's
gotta-
skip the bullshit. Who's number one? Let's just go to it. Go.
It's got to be one of those channels that like isn't a singular person, like Jumper or something. One of those random, just like channels that it's just like some random voice doing the thing or whatever they do.
Honestly, I'd give it to my boy Monin. That dude,
right off the
that
rip.
dude's
That's what I'm
total-
saying, dude. I'm with you.
Them as a couple, him and his wife, they're just really good looking people. They're like model people. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they made three. And they made three babies.
You guys should just take your hot asses to travel videos. Is what you should do.
Yeah.
All due respect. Yeah, no, I mean, we'd be curious. I mean, is it Monin? I mean, he's the Duke of the tournament. You know what I mean? We got to figure this out. Right?
The beard sets it off.
The beard, everything. You know, great guy. On top of it, great person. I mean, it's hard to knock him out because it's not just looks. He's an awesome dude too. I mean, I know it's not supposed to factor in, but like, shit, what do you do with that? So.
Right.
Well, cool, man. It's been a blast, and we're going to get it going here. So it's been a great show. Thanks for staying extra long, BFAB. Again, we're thanking you 100 times because it means a lot to it. Sorry if it seems weird to you, but we had a blast. For Brent from Brent's Bricks, congratulations again, sir. Max from West Coast Bricks with the new setup. Appreciate you coming by again, sir. And for BFAB, aka brother from another
glad
brick.
to be here.
This has been Sean the Right Way, and this little show, this thing we do every week. And we appreciate you guys stopping by. Has been. I don't have my glasses, damn it. A couple of brickheads. Shout out to Disney Castle, still the champ as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? So
Disney Castle,
good show.
March Madness champion. I'm not mad at it.
What do we got next week, Brent? Who's on next week?
Brick Hive.
Brick Hive coming through next week, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We got the Ninja with the Bricks in 2 weeks, and major announcement next week. Major announcement for a couple of Brickheads next week, so come on by. We'll see you next week. Stopping by. We gotta
We
let
still
this ride
going?
out at the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you were. Yeah, I didn't know if it was about to go or not.
I don't even know if I did my thing. A couple of Brickheads.
There it is.